The Wild Wild West.
Hey, welcome to the motherfucking Patreon. I'm all warm the fuck up, dude. That was if you made it through the YouTube, more power to you. Welcome to my just welcome to my brain, dude. This has been kind of nice, man. This actually isn't as bad as I thought. I mean, it's not bad for me. It could be a total nightmare listening to, but this is actually kind of fun because I've recently I like the idea of having a therapist. I know a lot of people, especially men, are very like, it's gay, it's stupid, there are trappings to it. I do agree. Like, there are definitely, you can fall into the world of trying to connect all these dots. Like, well, I get mad at my wife because when I was 4, my mom, and it's like, dude, and I think it also is good to like explore all of that stuff. You know, especially the one thing I will say. Sorry, my back's itching. The one thing I will say is like, if you do read about one thing in like therapy land, psychology land, the studies around trauma and attachment are the biggest ones. When you think about trauma, it's like, it rhymes with drama. So you don't want to be like, you don't want to like talk about it because you sound like a drama queen, or like you're trying to be like, you know, like my life was so fucked up. It's not like that at all. It's just like every person encounters stress, and some people when they're little encounter more stress than others. And if you encounter too much stress for yourself when you're a little kid, it kind of like warps slightly the way your mind works. That's all. And then that has an effect on you the rest of your life, specifically around like attachment, what they call is like attachment trauma. Like if somebody comes into your house and like shoots, well, your brother, that would be really bad. But like if you witness like somebody getting murdered, a stranger getting murdered on the street, that would be a traumatic event. You'd be, you know, deeply stressed as a 5-year-old. It'd be a lot to take in. It would have some repercussions. But if like your dad murders your mom, that's a different level because those are your like attachment figures, and like the way you attach to your parents kind of sets the tone for the way you attach to everybody else in your rest of your life. And it's kind of beneficial to know about that stuff because it's kind of illuminating for your relationships. You don't have to turn it into like a, you know, like a self-focused eternal pity party. You can just go, okay, cool, I didn't know that. Now I know this. But that's the thing, they don't talk about that a lot. Like everyone talks about the drive for, you know, the drive for sex. Everyone agrees we have a drive for sex. We have a drive for food, obviously. We have a drive towards power, you know, to some capacity. But nobody talks about, we also have a drive for attachment. Like if we don't, like as soon as we come out of, we have an instinctual drive as soon as we come out of the womb to like find our mom. And like, you know, that's like, we know where the food is. Baby turtles know to get to the ocean. They just, nobody teaches them. It's just instinct. They've just somehow have evolved to come out of an egg knowing what the ocean is and that they need to get into it. Whereas we come out and we're like, I'm not trying to be crude. We need to get to our mommy's titties, dude. We got to go. I'm totally respectful. We get out of here and all we can think about are our mom's tits. It's pre-thought. We know. We come out of this knowing we got to get onto our mama's titties. And it's like, you know, the tit is at least a physical representation. That's like, as a baby, that's an easy problem to solve, unless your mom's being stingy with those titties, which, you know, a lot of women getting stingy with the titties too, by the way. There's this big movement in like breastfeeding, and I'm not non-breastfeed shaming anybody. I get it. It's a hard thing to do. I think my mom struggled with it as well. I'm not non-breastfeed shaming them. But then there's this whole movement of where they're like, oh, who cares? You don't have to do it. It's like, well, you should at least fucking try. Jesus Christ, don't. But it's the problem is it's like, for women, I'm not going to go off on the babes. I hope I didn't go off on the babes. I was just trying to shed some light on some stuff that I've been thinking about. But it's like, I didn't realize what a giant insecurity it was for women to not be able to breastfeed. So they've built a lot of stuff into it to be like, and I really wish women would stop calling each other mama all the time. Okay, mama. Yes, mama. Oh, it's mama's time. So shut the fuck up, all of you. But also, I love you and respect you all. Stop calling each other fucking mamas, dude. It's okay, mama. But yeah, women are spazzing about not being able to breastfeed. But my whole point, whatever, I don't care about that. My whole point is that when you come out as a kid, your ocean, you know, let's say with the sea turtle analogy, is your mama's titties. So you have to get to one, and you got to attach to that titty, and your mom's supposed, you know, kind of the way she like rubs you and kind of like welcomes you into that, like, you know, your home, basically. That has residual effects on the way you kind of attach, you know, if your mom's kind of rocking you and you're taking a little meth in through her tit and she like drops you on the couch to fucking like blow a guy because that's how you pay the rent. that's going to have profound effects on the way you relate to other people, because it's like you don't even know what anything is. You just know you have this safe haven, and like the environment, that safe haven that you're in within that is just, it does. It has a absolute profound effect. And then after, we get off the titty, we still have the drive to attach to other human beings and connect with them. And, and that's just something people don't think about, but whatever. I don't know why I was talking about that. Welcome to the motherfucking Patreon. What I wanted to talk about was Terrence Howard, the Terrence Howard interview. It was good. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
It was good. I liked it. I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't understand, honestly, almost any of it. I really didn't. I don't know what bubbles are. He was talking about. First of all, I support him wholeheartedly. I pray to God that he's right, because that would be the sickest thing ever if he came out. I mean, if Terrence Howard revolutionizes modern physics, I think it might let Jesse Smollett off the hook. That's all I'm saying. If he can come around and debunk I believe gravity is the thing he's trying to debunk, which I think he convinced me. He's like, gravity's just electricity. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'm fully on board. I'm going to start just like, anything I design personally, I'm going to use Howardian. I think they'd be called Howardian physics or whoever. There's a guy, he sweats. I forget the dude's name. Did you see the video he was showing everybody?
Mm-mm.
There's this like physicist that like apparently Einstein on his deathbed was like, Russell, mate, Walter Russell. He's like, I wish I read more of this guy's shit. Because his theory is that the stars basically produce planets. Like a sun over billions of years just kind of like shits out a little ball that kind of cooks next to it and then slowly moves. Like every planet's basically just moving out of a star. And that, that was like, I don't know, fucking is as good as any theory I've heard before. But the thing so my big takeaway was just that Terrence Howard continues to fucking rule. And, shout out Rogan for having him on, because a lot of people are just too uptight to like let a guy go off like that. A lot of people are just like, but like what will people think of my platform? It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Let Terrence Howard talk about planets being birthed from stars and how the government's watching his cell phone. Nobody wants to hear Neil deGrasse Tyson recite textbook bullshit. And first of all, I just keep hearing bad shit about NGT, bro. NGT snubbed Terrence Howard, dude. It's like, I'm not surprised, man. Like, Terrence Howard came to him as like a mentor, like, yo, like, I'd like to like talk about, talk about planets with you, black man to black man. And fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson was just apparently kind of a dick to him, was like, bro, lose my number. Which, getting to lose my number based on your theory about the planets is fucking, that's tough. That's tough. I felt kind of bad about that. I saw just a random aside. Speaking of powerful black men being treated poorly, I was outside before I came in here, and this might be pointless to talk about, but I saw a powerful black man. He was with five, I think it was 4 or 5 white women and maybe an Asian lady too. I wasn't sure. Sometimes if you're looking at a group of white women, like almost like an Asian lady, you can kind of like magic eye pop out of that, almost like a mirage. I don't know if there was an Asian lady there or not. My mind just put one there. But let's just say it was a powerful black man with 5 white women and a potential Asian lady or an Asian illusion. But they made I don't know how they were all related as a group. I didn't like investigate it at all. I just kind of watched. And 5 women made this guy, or like somehow I don't know. I didn't get the sense that he was like, yo, get a picture of me. They were like, no, do this, stand like that. And they made him stand by a window and reenact, like there was like a little balcony thing, and he had to do like a Romeo and Juliet kind of like, he recited whatever that line is, like, Juliet, what, I don't know, let down your hair, Rapunzel, I don't know what the fuck it is, but they had to do like a Shakespearean performance, like a very short one, while they all filmed him. And then they all went, yay! And I like just watched this guy do this, and I was like, brother, why are you doing this, man? Don't let these white bitches make you do this. He's a powerful black man. And they made him like do Romeo and Juliet. I don't know. I was trying to rack my brain for like, what is the circumstance that brings this about? Is he like marrying one of their friends? Is this some sort of like pre-wedding photo type thing? And like, and the fact that all of the women were like in sync enough to like clap at the end of it and convince him that it was like a good thing he did, I was kind of like, I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I was just like, I watched it and I went like, The fuck's going on? It was destabilizing. So anyway, back to Terrence Howard. I wish I understood the thing more. Towards the middle, he kind of gets into the idea of us all obviously being one part of one thing, like a cell, our universe being the cell of a giant, like just an impossibly larger organism that we can't even fathom. It's like, yes, yes, yes again. So I'm totally on board. I didn't get all of his stuff, but I will say I'm deeply jealous of kids who are in high school now, because I didn't have this shit when I was in high school. To be able to I would have loved to stunt on my physics professor. Just sit down and be like, wait, is this basic Newtonian physics? Like, yeah, okay, dude. Yeah, right. Is this based on the 5 Platonic solids? Never heard of those. I'm going to use that now. It's based on the 5 Platonic solids. Wait, hold on. Mr. Stevens, do you believe in straight lines, the Catholic propaganda of straight lines? Jesus Christ, bro. That's crazy. If you get a test on a ball, dude, that would be the ball's moving 45 miles per hour at like a 20-degree angle. Is big. I would go up. You know when you ask a question at a test, there's no more dangerous and daunting operation to like pick up your test, walk up to the teacher and be like, basically like, yo, can you give me the fucking answer for this question? Every time I ask a question, I'm like, can I just like get I don't understand. I don't know. My problem is I don't know the answer. I'd be like, I don't understand the wording of this. Was this from chapter 4? Yeah, you taught, and I just wait for like the answer giving hint. Sometimes the teachers are cool and they give it. Sometimes they're like, go sit back, no more questions. But I would have loved to walk up to the professor and just be like, so this ball's moving 45 miles per hour. Is the ball in superposition by chance? Just I would get so fucking quantum in high school. But, you know, instead he didn't. I feel like I'm doing a bit. I'm sorry, but that's not it's not what I came here to do. But I will say this. I will say this is something that I started thinking about there was something that happened in the podcast that was kind of cool when Terrence Howard claimed that the government had been fucking with his phone. You know, and Rogan being a good sport while also trying to like not totally betray reality at the sake of his guest, which is something I would struggle with badly. I'd be like, yeah, dude, for sure. Rogan does a good job at being like, yeah, that might not be the case, while also not being like a dick about it, but also, you know, being like, well, let's keep this tethered for everybody. But then fucking all the computers started fucking up in the thing, which was kind of sick. He was in there and it would just be like, you know, the phone was fucking up and, you know, Rogan was being a good sport about it, kind of laughing, blah, blah, blah. But also being like, yeah, maybe you just drop your phone. And fair point. And then the computers never worked. They kept trying to pull up videos of these guys talking, and it just nothing would work. And then Terrence Howard got to be like, you see what the fuck I'm talking about? You know, they're all just kind of laughing about it. But at one point during this like technological tech difficulty breaks, Rogan talks about having a burner. He goes, dude, you should consider getting a burner so the government can't see it. And Howard's like, I can't because I had that before, and my wife thought I was using it to cheat on her with. Which obviously he was using the burner just to talk about science with his boys. Obviously he was using a burner to contact Neil deGrasse Tyson about fucking supernovas exploding. But then he comes out, Terrence Howard came out, and he goes, by the way, talking about cheating while they're figuring out how to pull up like some fucking physics professor talking about planets being shit out of suns. He was like, it's only natural for men to have as many sexual partners as possible. And I was like, okay. I'm like, you've got my attention. And I've actually thought about this before, and I've heard this before, but he was saying like the level of eggs women produce versus in a lifetime versus sperm cells. And it's not even close. Women produce, I don't know what it is. Say it's 100,000 eggs their whole life. It could be more, it could be less. I don't remember. Terrence Howard was saying a man produces that many sperm cells every time his heart beats. Something to that effect. Like, it's not even close, and that we're only 3% removed from chimpanzees genetically, and chimpanzees have harems. Well, I don't think all chimpanzees have harems, by the way. I think like 2 do, and the rest of the dudes like rip each other's faces off and jerk off, which, all right, fair enough. That's actually, I could see that. But and I used to always say that. I would say that to my wife all the time. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. Like, you know, you have like 4 eggs you're complaining about. I got to handle like 60 bazillion sperm cells. So like, I don't want to hear about ovulation. I want to hear about your fucking period. Like, I'm dealing with shit myself. But then it's kind of funny. As I thought about it, I was like, damn, what a fucking kind of bratty thing to say of like, compared to like, be like, oh yeah, your vagina bleeds and you have to have the pains of childbirth. Oh yeah. Well, my body is designed to have powerful orgasms easily multiple times a day, and you should be sucking my dick right now. Like, it's crazy. I thought about it. I said, all right, Howard. All right. I am. It was like fair point. Cause I really hammer I'm gentle about it now, obviously, but I'll be like, you don't understand what it's like having to come all the time. And it's like, they're like, now I'm kind of like, okay, I can get why they're like, oh yeah, really? Cause I was like, how dare you not take this seriously? Like I've for real, my whole life have been like, do girls not care about us coming? Like they do, they want you to come, but like just not that much. Like they don't care about you coming all the time. Like if you don't come while you have sex, girls will get like, you think guys are insecure about that? If you don't come while you're having sex, girls freak out. They're like, I mean, imagine, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, imagine the terror it would be to be a girl who can't make guys come. You'd hit the lost and found pretty quick, dude. If you for real or like, I've lost my ability to make guys come. It's terrifying. I mean, for a guy to not make girls come, you're like, I'm working on it. I want to do better next time. But it's not all going to fall apart. But if you're a girl who reliably can't make dudes come, it's tough stuff.
I think they get more mad that you make yourself come.
Say that again?
They're more mad that if you make yourself come. So if they're not the person making you come and you're going jacking off, that makes them more mad.
Oh yeah, because anything you can do, I can do better. What you're saying, if they try to get you off and you're like, hold on, babe, I got us, and then you just or you slink off and jerk off.
No, I'm saying at any point, if you're not having sex, and then you like, you're jacking off and stuff, that's what makes them upset. It's like you're pleasuring yourself. You found a loophole.
You're cheating.
Not necessarily.
No, I know. Yeah. So they're mad. Oh, but my question is, are they mad that is this where they can't make you come, or like they're just not doing it and you're just taking care of biz?
I feel like a lot of them want you to only come with them.
Yes, that's true. I think it's totally true. They also, I'll add this to it. They want you to only come with them, and they both want you to be like dying for some reason.
Yes.
You have to have like 4 minutes left to live, and that's ideally they would just have sex with you once and then both die. I think if women had their druthers, that's what life would be like. So we covered Terrence Howard. I genuinely, I wish I had listened to the whole thing. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet. I'm gonna finish it. And I wish Terrence Howard all the best, and I hope he's right. And I hope we find out we live in a universe of bubbles at like negative meeting points that meet up to form Saturn. Like, dude, yeah, for sure, sign me up. My attention was captured pretty much all weekend. I did Indianapolis. I did 5 shows there. Indianapolis ruled. Here's my thing, dude. I was doing Indianapolis, and I was competing ticket-wise with the Pacers, Game 6, which was like, man, that was a fucking pain in the ass. Shout out to everyone who came out. Thank you so much. But also, the very first night there, Thursday, I thought there was a Pacers game. It was fucking Caitlin Clark, dude. It was racist-ass, bitch-ass Caitlin. No. It was Caitlin Clark. And I was competing, and I wondered, I did all right versus the WNBA. I still moved tickets, but like, dude, people were pouring into that stadium. It was like, it made me good to know that I thought I was going to get wiped by the WNBA, and that would have been pretty disheartening to, if the Hey Matt show's canceled, people prefer women's basketball to your comedy, I would have went, yeah, damn. Best of luck, Caitlin Clark. Ignore the haters, but god damn. But it went well. It went all right. I even sold well against. Well, to be fair to me, and to the Indiana Pacers more so, is that I sold my tickets before they knew there was going to be a Game 6. So they let some people move their reservations, which totally fine. I get it. Everything worked out. But that's kind of scary going up against major organizations. Again, the WNBA I remained pretty optimistic about. Game 6 in Indiana. That I was kind of like fingers crossed, but everything worked out, and I think the Pacers won, so it's pretty sick for Indiana or Indianapolis. I don't truly give a fuck about it. But my point was, while in Indianapolis, I got sucked into a book. It's on Apple TV now as a show or a movie. I forget which one, called Dark Matter. Have you heard about this?
Mm-mm.
Dark Matter is it was actually recommended to me by Steve Gerben. Shout out Steve Gerben and Christopher O'Connor. Christopher O'Connor recommended it to me, but also gave the shout out to Gerben, saying Gerben put me onto this book. And dude, I got completely sucked into it to the point where I was waiting to leave shows. I mean, obviously I had fun with the people in Indianapolis. Love you guys. But I was the whole time at the shows, I was deeply looking forward to not having to see anybody and running into my bed and turning the lights off and listening to the audiobook of Dark Matter alone in my bedroom naked, which it's a great book. And again, it is, I will say that's something I wish more people could experience, of having the jolt of adrenaline and kind of whatever other things your body produces when you do stand up for an hour for on some nights 270 people, on I would say more nights, some nights about 187, 190, not bragging. But it's like you do a whole weekend and then or you do a night of comedy and then you go from you're fucking there in front of 300 people, and I don't really think about it that much, but your body it takes a lot out of you, man. I know I obviously having a regular job too, it's taxing. I've done it myself. That's taxing in a different way. This is more kind of exciting, and sometimes it can be absolutely terrifying and disorienting depending on how you're doing. But you just get this surge of adrenaline out of nowhere, and then you're just in your bedroom alone, dude, and it's you want it. Your body almost craves doing something kind of destructive. It's weird. I get it why dudes die in hotel rooms, because you get done it's either you want to I sometimes I just want to fucking I don't know, dude, just eat a fucking thing of pepper. I just want to do something bad. It's you want to I don't know, you just want to show your penis out the window. You want to do something awful, dude. Just eat. You want to eat something fucked up. You want to fucking call a hooker over to induce vomiting in you. You want to do something. You just want to I want to have a hooker give me Epicac and make her watch me be there's deeply unfinished. Your body's telling you in some ways you can't understand. There's unfinished business here, but I have to ignore all that. And I go, nope, I'm going to listen to the Dark Matter audiobook naked in the dark. So I won't spoil this book, but I would like to kind of at least give you a primer on it. And the book's cool because it's I'm sure you can probably watch the show too, because the book's definitely written in a way where it's just very clear cut. He doesn't do a lot of fancy wordplay at all. It almost, and I haven't really read James Patterson novel. I don't think I have, but it strikes me of that same kind of whatever that's called, the prose or the styling, where it's just very clear cut sentences. Nothing's there for no reason. It's just here's the story, here's the characters, let's go. And it's the same way I think all of those James Patterson, Dean Koontz guys kind of are, where people snob them, where they're kind of well, it's drugstore literature, but you read it and you're this motherfucker really knows how to tell a story. That's how I forget who wrote the book Dark Matter, but he did a fantastic job constructing a pretty compelling story. So the story itself, and it's going to be a little bit of spoiler, but not a lot. I'm not going to spoil the story, but I'm going to give you guys a primer. If you can see if you want to read the book or listen to it or whatever. The book's about a guy, I forget Jason's his name. This dude Jason, who's a physicist, and he's they paint him as he's the smartest guy in his college. Excuse me. He's the smartest guy in his college, and these burps, I'm not trying to be ridiculous. They're coming out that hard. Smartest guy in his college, and everyone thought he was going to be the next Einstein kind of guy. He's going to come up with the next big thing in physics. And he also has a classmate who's nipping at his heels. And what happens is he meets this girl at a party who becomes his wife, this hot Spanish lady who's an artist. And the girl gets pregnant, and they have a child right when they're at right when their careers are just about, which actually kind of ties into what we're talking about earlier. But it's right as they're about to both take off into kind of their own kind of personal careers and reach the heights of all this stuff. They have a kid, and when they have the kid's sick. The kid comes out premature, I think a pound and a half, real seriously kind of fucked up. And, shout out to if you have a kid that's a pound and a half. I didn't call it fucked up, but you know what I mean? It comes out and alarm bells are ringing. It's in the intensive neonatal intensive care unit, or not neonatal, neonatal, NICU, whatever it's called. So it's in the intensive care unit, and then it's like it needs so much attention for like 2 straight years that the dude Jason kind of like leaves the laboratory he was studying quantum physics in, about how to put objects into superposition, and which just means having them in like one object in multiple physical spaces, whatever. So he leaves his lab, and his hot Spanish wife abandons her career as an artist for the most part. He becomes a teacher at some college, and she just gives art lessons. So the book starts with them in their kitchen, kind of being haters. Like he's like, "Oh, I heard your one friend got like an art award today," and they're drinking wine, just kind of like their kid's 14 now, and he's kind of like, "Yeah, fuck." He's like kind of being like, "Yeah, fuck that lady. You're better than her." And she's like, "Well, your old friend from college just got like, I forget the award. It's like some really prestigious science award." And he's kind of like, he's like, "Yeah, he actually invited me to come out to celebrate." And his wife's like, "You should go." He goes, "Nah, I don't care. I don't want to go." And "You should go." And he goes, "All right, I'll go over there and have a drink with this guy." So the story starts, it sets that up. And then the guy goes over to get a drink with his friend. And the dude's like, he's there. He's got all of his like research graduate students there. He's a single man. He's a bachelor. He's kind of like lightly, I don't know, maybe my mind invented this, but I think he's lightly bragging about like how once you get more funds, you get hotter graduate students, and like, you just be the fucking man. It was kind of a funny joke. But it's like this guy who's watching his friend live the life that he should have had in some level with like, career accolades, blah, 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 blah. And the dude in the story is getting kind of, he's like getting drunk, and he's like kind of being a downer on this guy a little bit. And the dude who's his friend, the guy kind of slams him, being like, "Yo, this should have been you, man. Like, what the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "That's it, I'm leaving." He gets all, and the guy's friend's like, "Dude, don't be a fucking pussy." And he's like, "I'm not being a pussy. I promised my family I'd get ice cream and be back in 45 minutes. I gotta go." So the dude Jason leaves his friend. He was a total downer and being kind of a hater. He leaves that, and on the way, this is where the story picks up. On the way to go get ice cream and go home, he gets accosted by a shadowy figure in like a masked man who holds him at gunpoint into his own car and goes, "Drive now, or I'm going to shoot you in the back of the head." And so the guy has to drive to this warehouse where he like the shadowy figure is like really evil and threatening. It's like, "I'll kill you. You have to do this. You have no idea what's at stake." Blah 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 blah. So he like gets him to this like warehouse, and they're in Chicago. So they're in this warehouse in the south side of Chicago, and he makes him get naked. And there was one part in the book where like I get the author's trying to make it as realistic as possible, but he's naked walking in this warehouse, and he's like, "At that moment I realized if he wanted to do things to me, I would have totally let him." That's when it's like, okay, dude, like we get that. You don't have to like go into the fact that like. It was just really weird because he's like, "I'm so naked. I'm so vulnerable. If he wanted to do things, I'm not pretending I would do it to get home to my family and bring them ice cream one last time. I'd fuck this guy." And it was like, right on, dude. All right, we get it. That's noble of you. And then so he gets like injected with these drugs and thrown into this like, he gets put into this like box, and everything gets hazy. And then he wakes up, and essentially what happens is he's in another dimension. And what happened was, and this is the spoiler, but it's the very beginning. So like the rest of the story unfolds. So this book's about like the multiverse, and the whole idea is like every time you make a decision, your life path branches off, and like the other thing you could have done happens, but in kind of another dimension. And him who kind of was like, when his wife was like, "I'm pregnant," that was like, "Yo, not my problem. I'm focused on the lab and the bag." The part of the version of him that could have done that went on to create this device to put human beings in superposition so that they could access different levels of reality or different dimensions within the multiverse of like the infinite possibilities that your life could be. You could like interact with every single potential life path or like potential world you could have been part of. And the version of him that like didn't stay with his wife and invented this like groundbreaking quantum device that lets people travel between different dimensions in the multiverse. The version of him left that reality, entered his, hijacked his life, sent him back to his reality, and then just started just blazing this dude's wife. So the story is about a guy who's getting cucked by himself interdimensionally, who has to escape this dude's world and then find his wife across infinite dimensions so he can stop himself from being cucked by himself. That's what the book is about. And it's a good book, dude. I'm telling you, it's worth listening to. It's one of those books, like almost like Click, where you watch Click and you're like, yeah, you know what? I should really cherish my reality. It's a lot of that stuff where you're reading it and you're like, oh man, this is actually kind of beautiful about like, you know, not taking stuff for granted and how he's like stuck in this other reality where it was everything he thought he wanted. And now, and the part of him that wanted all that stuff even realized like, yo, I fucked up. I need to go bang this lady who this guy is having kids with and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so we do that. So that was kind of nice. That was a good book. But then I started thinking like, you know, I love the story. I think it's great. I would have written the exact same thing in terms of like the ethics of it and the moral at the end of the story. I just wonder if there was maybe something else the author could have explored, which is the guy, once he realizes he's in another dimension, with the same like dogged persistence of getting back to his family and kind of writing that whole situation. Maybe a story about a guy in different dimensions, like used with all of that kind of intensity and devotion, just trying to get strange. That would have been a kind of a sick story too. If he just like went from dimension to dimension and was like grabbing waitresses' asses. Like, I mean, that's obviously illegal. Don't do that. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about a guy trying to get pussy as hard as he can, of like, even like, you know, like old ladies, like librarian, like everything, just going and just trying to get pussy. And even like, and you know, he's like getting chased back to, there's like a little box that they traveled through dimensions in. And like a lot of times they get chased by people. But it'd be funny if like, yeah, if a guy just like tried to like kiss a cashier and just got like chased back by like a pizza shop owner, jumps in the box. Or the other, like the climax of that story could be, instead of him, you know, I'm not gonna say what happens, but one potential ending would be coming back to your base reality, becoming a hot trap, and then seducing the guy who betrayed, the version of yourself that betrayed you from another dimension. And then you not only reveal that you're a trap to this person, but that you're actually the guy that he betrayed. And honestly, that wouldn't be, if that ever does happen to anyone else, where if you get tricked into having sex with yourself and sucking yourself, which I guess that wouldn't, the trick wouldn't be there if you sucked yourself. But if you sucked yourself, that's what I'm saying. So if the version that was betrayed, obviously you're hurt, so you're going to come back to try to suck yourself. That would be a self-suck. That wouldn't be gay. If you came from another dimension of the multiverse and sucked yourself, that's a self-suck. That's more impressive than gay. Guys, if a guy can suck his own dick, and I found out that he actually successfully did it, I wouldn't call him gay. I'd say you should probably keep that to yourself. That a lot of people won't react pretty nicely to that. But also, I get it. I get if you're able to do that, which is kind of a humble brag too. But yeah, so I was wondering, that wouldn't have been a bad, maybe if the author's out there, if the author of that book is subscribed to our Patreon, or if someone has access to him, maybe pitch that idea to him about a guy going through other dimensions and being an absolute sexual pig, and then taking all he's learned to seduce and ultimately disillusion the perpetrator who's stolen your the interdimensional life thief. So yeah, sorry, that's that.
If he had been with her 14 years and then that guy wanted to go back in that life, that means that was the best piece of pussy he's ever had his entire life,
bro.
And he had to get back to it.
Oh yeah, it's like he gets real into it. It's not, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's the best piece of pussy to him, and he's also like he's like in another dimension, like she is my home, and he's like, because then he meets other versions of her too. Don't get me wrong, he gets some pussy out in the other dimensions from his other wife, but from his wife, but different. He like meets the version of his wife that's like a successful artist, takes her down. Obviously, it's like kind of sick that he does that, but I don't want to spoil the book too much. But there's like a huge part of the book is him worrying that his wife likes fucking the other version of himself better. Because he comes back and he's, even with his son, I don't want to ruin it. But he's kind of like, was she better than me? And it's like, dude, that's you. But he was for real. He was like, because like the dude comes through and like the wife is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because this dude is like ravenously smashing his wife. Imagine after 14 years, if you just somehow wiped slate and it was like the first time you guys met. Or a 14-year break. So, he was getting like that ex-girlfriend pussy.
I'd be jealous of myself.
Yeah, I'd get back and try to fuck that guy up too. I'd be like, no.
Because I know what I'm capable of. So,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And this dude had been, imagine, so all the 14 years you have kids, the bachelor version of yourself, who's obviously getting jacked like Peter Attia. He's coming back. He's like in shape, dude. He's like been tracking his VO2 max and just steps in as you, smashes while you're fucking lost in another dimension, being like that motherfucker. So, either way, that book is pretty sick. Where are we at time-wise, too? I want to keep an eye on time.
35.
Jesus Christ, I'm a fucking bag of wind, dude. Actually, speaking of which, this might make for a supreme. Hopefully, I feel like I'm exerting a level of confidence that I hope matches the quality of this content, because it could just be terrible. But I'm not going to think about that, dude. I'm in an absolute battle with myself in a good way, not in like a bad, conflicted way, but it's like, how much of your negative self-talk do you truly need, dude? And it's like, I might hit a serious iron curtain of reality after this where I'm like, okay, I can keep it up at a healthy level. But it's like, I feel like that is like one of my final battles. It's just like, do I need to keep psyching myself out? It's like, I can just, one of my new quests is just being as authentic as possible and letting my external reality just kind of be whatever it is around me, rather than trying to like live up to something that some externalized hype or like some internalized hype. Or I'm like, I have to be like, it's like, dude, I'm just going to try to be as true to myself as I can. And if it's like, if people hate that, okay, fine. I'd rather have people hate my true self than people love my false self, or still hate my false self, which sucks, dude. That would suck so bad to be a false self and everyone like, that fucking sucks. You're like, well, you don't know the new me or the true me. And they're like, oh, that's worse. And you're like, fuck, God damn it. But yes, that's been a thing, especially like, dude, like Shane's doing shows now for like, dude, we're in LA and he doesn't like to talk. He doesn't like to talk about this stuff, you know, because he feels like it's braggy. And I get it. I do get that impulse. Dude, he did a show for like 16,000 people, dude. And I went and opened and I'm like, I'm comfortable in clubs, but I'm like, dude, it's you know, it's like putting a freshwater guppy into the ocean, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? I have to, and it's like, in that instance, I can only speak for myself, but it's like, the place is full. People are pumped to be there. The thing that is really like, you know, you can be like, oh, I got to tighten my act. What I struggle with is like, dude, the level of like, the demon of negative self-talk that emerges within you before you go on to do stand-up for 16,000 people. That's the greatest enemy, dude. I'm like really learning that. I'm like, oh, dude, I have to like not be for some reason telling myself I'm a giant piece of shit all the time. Like, I don't need that before I, you know, have to try to perform for 16,000 fucking people, it is a disorienting experience in itself. So that has been also part of my quest of like trying to learn little tricks and hacks to navigate what I would deem as, I would say, hyper stressful, you know, performing doing a talk for 20 of your coworkers. It's like, it's the same thing, dude. Doing anything like that, you get like anything where you're kind of, you know, on the stage, so to speak, is terrifying. And also I think kind of necessary to kind of, you know, elevate yourself in some level, you know. And again, I'm not talking about money worship, which again, it's like, you do have to worship money a little bit or else you get kicked out of your house. But there is something to like, you know, finding the edges of your comfort zones and seeing if you can kind of poke your head a little further out of them. So I say all that to say this, obviously. I say all of this stuff I said to say this. I've been trying to find ways to calm my body down because it gets revved up pretty hard. Sometimes necessarily, other times, you know, not. And one of my other goals, obviously my main goal, I have multiple goals. One of them is obviously to leave behind just a breathtaking work of beauty in terms of the art world, whether that be a book or video or something, I don't know, or a Patreon solo podcast. But I've been trying to also inhabit my body and, you know, my mind body. I've been trying to carve out some sort of little peaceful, almost oasis-like space within myself that at any time I'm not doing something, rather than like freaking out like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. I can just like set the mode where I'm like, all right, agenda's complete for the day. Now I'm laying in bed. I don't need anything else. I don't need to take in any more information. I don't need any music. I can just lay here and just chill. Like, that's my quest, to just lay there silently and just be at peace. And it sounds so stupid and so simple, but it's like, dude, it's so fucking hard to just lay there. Like, first of all, I'm like a toddler. When it's bedtime, it's like, all right, I have to go to bed now. If I stay up too late, I'm going to be tired. There's a part of me that's just like, no, dude, stay up, dude. Watch something. Take more stuff in. And I have to be like, no, I have to rest. But anyway, so I've been trying to practice, like, and I get a lot of time at like airports and stuff to do this, where I've been trying to do a thing called a time battle, where it's not meditation. It sounds like, oh, that's what I do is I go, all right, my plane doesn't board for 20 minutes. I'm going to straight up take 20 minutes straight to the dome. No distractions. And I'm not necessarily even meditating. I'm just going to maybe I am on some level, but it's like, I'm going to see if I can just withstand nothing for 20 minutes. Just, I get to like watch what's going on around me, but that's it. I just watch, and I see how long I can take that and just like really get acquainted with that weird kind of like excruciating force that kind of grows inside yourself when you don't do anything. I'm trying to like just figure out what that is and how I can just kind of like arrange my mind and body in a way where, if there's not much going on, because that happens to me a lot, especially when you have kids. It's like, dude, I'm in dark rooms all the time, putting kids to sleep. I have to like, dude, watching them walk up the fucking steps, it makes me want to murder my whole family. I'm like, dude, get up the stairs. They'll fucking stop and like I'm like, dude, stop, come on. And I get like really impatient and really nasty. And I'm like, all right, dude, I got to learn how to like occupy space-time in a way where I'm not like something about to explode, basically. So I've been having these like, the time battles are tough. I have them. I obviously lose quickly. After like 6 minutes, I'm like, I can't. I tap out. I'm like, I got to look at my phone. I got to do something. I can't. My mind is just caving in on itself. But then on the flight home from Indianapolis, I was there with Nate Marshall. Shout out, Nate. And I made a breakthrough in terms of trying to create an oasis within. And it's funny too, because I try a lot of meditation. I try all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I recently, and this might be the dumbest thing I've ever thought of, but I don't know. It kind of worked, where I was sitting there doing another time battle, obviously. And honestly, full disclosure, I'll be totally honest. I eventually did put on the Dark Matter audiobook while I continued doing this. So I was doing a time battle, gave up Dark Matter audiobook, but I'm like, you know what? I'm listening to an audiobook. That's fine. I'm not going to beat myself up that I tapped out of this time battle. But while I'm listening to this audiobook for as long as I can, because it was like a 2.5 hour flight, I was like, I'm going to not breathe meditatively or like, focus on your breath and let. No. I'm going to listen to the Dark Matter audiobook about this guy stopping himself and cucking himself. And I'm going to my only job right now is to breathe. That's all I'm worried about. And listen to the audiobook. I'm not trying to meditate. I'm not trying to not think. I'm just going to breathe in a kind of concentrated, purposeful way, which, is diaphragmatic breathing. And it's like, by the way, if you don't know what that is, you have to learn. That is it's free to do. You just put a hand on your stomach and you breathe in through your nose, and you make sure your belly expands before your chest does. And then you just, get a full belly on breath. And then after your belly fully expands, your lungs will maybe you'll expand a little bit. And you don't even have to breathe out. If you just let go of your diaphragm pushes back the air out of your lungs. Like, it helps you. You can breathe. You can help yourself breathe out. But like, it's just like when you let go of your stomach, it actually forces air out of your diaphragm or out of your lungs for you. So I did like the diaphragmatic breathing, just simple belly breaths while listening to the Dark Matter audiobook. Wasn't trying to meditate, had zero goal. I said, I'm just going to focus on breathing like this for as long as I can and see what happens. And I'm delighted to report that I think I really can enjoy breathing now. Just the simple practice of it. Not like, I'm not just saying that. I'm not one of those things where it's like, this sounds kind of cool. And it's not even like a meditative thing. It's like I was like hedonistically breathing and just kind of like, if you do that for like, I did it for like maybe 25, 30 minutes straight where I'm, again, I got the audiobook going, just enjoying myself. Doesn't even feel like I'm working. And when you breathe like that, you can, I'm like, I drank too much coffee that day. I'm in kind of just like in a mildly agitated state. And it's like, when you start breathing like that, your heart starts beating, your brain starts going like, this isn't working, dude. You're a fucking idiot. But I stuck to the fucking program. I said, dude, I'm going to keep doing this for 20 minutes because if you do diaphragmatic breathing for long enough, you can't fight this unless you're like really spinning out internally. Your body will calm down. Like your heart rate will drop. You'll feel relaxed. And like, dude, I got myself to a point where like, dude, I almost felt like I was buzzed. Like I'm telling you, man, if you're fucking bored, if you're on a plane, the social media is not hitting, YouTube algorithm sucks, the Wi-Fi's fucked up, put on some tunes. Obviously, you got to have some albums downloaded and just do that belly breathing. And that's, you have nothing else to do. Your responsibilities, anything you're trying to do is on pause for as long as, let's just say 30 minutes to an hour. And just make that breathing the point of your focus. Not even your focus. Your mind can wander on whatever you want to do. Just kind of like, keep checking in with yourself and like, yo, make sure we're doing this breathing thing. Dude, I felt fucking great. Like, it was actually kind of amazing, man. I had to I was with Nate and I had to turn to him and be like, dude, I'm like inducing like a trance state almost. Not trying to sound highfalutin. This isn't even like meditative. It's just, I'm just gulping in breaths like a big fucking freak. Just as much as I can. You can keep it kind of low key. And it was like, man, I felt fucking amazing. Did you ever do that before?
Yeah, the Wim Hoffman.
It's like the Wim Hof, but it's not as intensive. It's like, rather than holding your breath for a long time, you're just kind of just in the belly, but you're just kind of, it's exactly like that, actually. You're right. But it's not as intense. I'm not holding the breath, none of that. I mean, you could get into that too if you wanted to. You can do whatever you want. My whole point is, if all else fails, everybody's free to breathe in a way to kind of take a little bit of the edge off. That's my whole point. So try that out, dude. I did that, and that was absolutely, I'm telling you, fantastic. Let me check my agenda here to see if I have anything. Yeah, no, that was absolutely fantastic. And I actually had myself kind of worked up. It was a Sunday after the shows in Indianapolis, and so when I do stand up, I usually like to take naps during the day when I'm traveling, like when I'm just out of town, because I stay up way too late listening to science fiction audiobooks. And then I can't sleep, and I wake up, and I'm tired, but I'm like, I got to get up. I'm not going to lay around all day. And I really can't, because I'm like on an early internal alarm clock from having kids. So on Sunday, I woke up, celebratory breakfast. I'm with Nate, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm going to drink coffee till my fucking head spins, because I don't drink coffee during those days when I need to get a nap because I won't be able to fall asleep. So then Sunday comes around. I go to there's this place in Indianapolis I really like. I forget the name of it, unfortunately, but it's really good. I've been there twice. And so I just fucking I drank coffee. I drank so much coffee so fast that, and again, I'm obviously sensitive to caffeine, but I walked into this place like, I feel good. The shows are done. I felt like weirdly well rested too. So I walk in. It's just like, dude, I felt like, I just felt like Jesus walking on water. I'm like, the shows are done. I feel well rested. I'm happy with the way everything went. It's Sunday. I'm going to walk around in this place and just try to be like, when you go into a busy restaurant in the morning and like the interactions you have with the people who work there aren't always the best. And, traditionally I'll kind of be like, this fucking bitch. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to let them do their thing. Wish the best for them. I'm not going to get spazzed, not going to get negative. I'm feeling pretty good right now. And I went, ooh. I said, the whole thing was I was trying to get a coffee and they were like so busy. They're looking, I was standing by a counter and looking at me like, what the fuck do you want? And then finally the lady's like, oh, there's drip coffee over there. You can pour it yourself. And I go, oh my God, here we go. So I fucking like a crackhead crush 2 cups of coffee. I'm eating breakfast. I'm chatting my head off with Nate. We're having a good time. And then my wife calls me. This is how high on caffeine I was. My wife calls me as our food's coming out. I don't remember now what she was talking about. And I don't remember, by the time I hung up, I was so worked up and spazzed that I don't even know what she was talking about. Like, as soon as I hung up to Nate, so the food comes out. We're on the phone just briefly. Like, we've been on the phone for 5 fucking seconds. The food starts to come out, and she was asking me about something, and I was like, my food's coming out. I can't talk about this right now. And she was like, what? And I was like, I can't talk right now. My food's coming out. And dude, I don't know this was just like almost like a bug-like reaction where I spazzed on my wife for having me on the phone while my food was coming out. I was like, I can't talk right now. They're bringing my food out. That's rude of me. I have to go. And then, and she was asking me something kind of important. I don't know what it was. It was some sort of plan for the week. I honestly don't remember, dude. I was that cracked out. And, you know, my food comes, I'm eating. I'm like, I was kind of alarmed because I was telling Nate, I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. I think I might have like entered into the argument space with my wife. And I truly think it was all my fault. I think I was actually absolutely a fucking dickhead in this instance. So then I'm like, you know, I'm eating and I was kind of like, to be fair, I was kind of laughing with him about it. Like, damn, dude, I think I just fucking fucked up. But I was like, I was so geeked on coffee. I should ask her after I'm done. I truly don't remember what we were talking about. But regardless, my point was, I was kind of spun out. Because whenever we're in a fight, you know, I'm always like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Well, it honestly wasn't even a fight. It was just more so like she was kind of pissed at me. I knew she was kind of pissed at me. And I needed to be a good boy for a little bit. And also I had to apologize and be like, yo, my bad. I totally spurged. Like, I'm drinking too much coffee. And that's a thing too. She's been on my ass about that. Cause I get mean. If I drink too much coffee, dude, I get so fucking mean. I was talking about going into daddy mode, which again, and that was in the original one, which good God, I think I put my foot in my mouth like 45 fucking times in 2 seconds. But my point is, caffeine will send me into false daddy mode, which my wife doesn't like. If I inhabit true daddy mode, obviously she'll respect that. But like I'll be all jacked up on caffeine in the morning and just be like, I'll just spaz for no reason, and she'll be like, bro, you got to get off the Joe. You got to lower your caffeine intake. And I'm like, I will. So that's something we're going through right now because she's not entirely wrong. But my whole point, the whole reason I went into any of that stuff was that, like, that's how jittery and nervous I was. And I truly, I'm not just saying this, through the breathing, and it took a while, sustained breathing and just kind of like sticking to it and trusting in it as a process. I like for real had myself into a pretty calm state while fighting, like, you know, a pretty serious caffeine demon. So I was pretty pumped about that. So yeah, look, guys, this is the best I got. Hopefully you like it, but this is fun. I don't know. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun too. But I will say, speaking of spurging, I told you I was on Theo Vaughn's podcast. It was fucking sick. I really enjoyed it. The last 10 minutes, he asked me a question about my thoughts on like religion, spirituality, where are we headed as a country in terms of like, you know, what are those things going to look like in 50 years and where are we going? But I don't think the question wasn't that in depth, but it was like, you know, what do you think about religion and spirituality? Which is something I read and research all the time. I was a big, you know, left to my own devices, it was a big psychology bug. But as I get older, the psychology bug, I think, is kind of like, if you're really into psychology, in my opinion, you're also probably into religion and spiritual. I think they're all kind of connected. So that's what I've been reading about. And when he asked me about it, I completely spurged and just like, and just like one of those answers where I'm trying to talk about like 10 different things in 4 seconds and I just totally lose the thread. Kind of happens to me a lot. But I think after I did that, I said, you know what I'd like to do? And this could be, I mean, this might really sink me in terms of like this whole enterprise of this week in a solo cast. But I thought it might be good, at least for me. And, you know, if it's of some value to anybody else, that'd be great. But to kind of really lay out my, like exactly what my views are about all that stuff. I'm fascinated by like religion, you know, spirituality. And when I say spirituality, I just really mean, because it's one of those words that can get kind of like insufferable very quickly. But I think what people mean by that, if they're, you know, using it from more of like a functional perspective, not like, I'm just like really spiritual. It's like, do you have a felt connection to something larger than yourself? That's all. Religion is like the system that you can be, well, you don't need it to be spiritual, but like the difference between religion and spirituality is religion is like a time-tested system that also kind of like has its hand in kind of organizing society and it like, you know, giving people tenets to live by and blah, blah, blah. Where spirituality would be like, the felt connection to, something greater outside yourself. Dare I say God. So to answer, and this is like this kind of talk, I think it's one of the most important questions you can figure out. Me personally, like, where do you stand in terms of like your conception of the universe? And nobody talks about it because for some reason it gets very, it can get really kind of, like I said, insufferable or shitty pretty quick. But I always like to take like just a functional approach to this stuff. Because it's, and I know that's not like the end all be all of this stuff. If you're like, no, it's bigger than that, it's bigger than you. It's like, fair enough. But it's like the way I look at it is like, and there's studies about this. And I talked about this a little bit on Theo Vaughn's podcast. It's like, if you're religious versus non-religious, you on average will live, and not across the board, but if you average large groups of people, you live for like 9 years or 7 years longer than the average non-religious person, which is like, that's pretty major in terms of if there was anything out there like, if acai did that, or if, like having one glass of red wine with which they do say drinking, you live longer than non-drinkers. But they also say that's because of like the sense of community you get, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Fair enough. That's pretty cool as well. But I do think that, having something of a religious or spiritual, a genuine one, not just one forced on yourself, or, like some like sick and twisted son of a pastor. Like if you look at a girl, your dad whips you, and, if you jerk off, he fucking, spits in your mouth and calls you the devil. That's where people say like, well, actually religion can be harmful. Okay, fair enough. But whether you kind of brush this stuff off or scoff at it or whatever, at some point, every single person, and hopefully not like moments before you die, has to grapple with the question, do I believe in God or some form of that? And if you ask me, I just want to lay out, again, I just want to lay this out. I think it's fun to talk about, and it's one of those like topics that are almost like taboo now. Like I can talk about coming all day long, but if you talk about this stuff, people are like, all right, weirdo, like relax. But I think it's as important, if not maybe more than coming. So if someone asked me, do I believe in God? I would say yes. And honestly, up until 3 years ago, I would have been like, I don't fucking know, dude. I have no idea. I don't really think about that stuff. And it's like, okay, fair enough. And that's a fair enough opinion. That's where I kind of was at. But I would say yes, and it's come for me. It's like, which is, I think is fantastic. It's like that genuinely has come from, not like some like, I wasn't like caught in like a snowstorm and I was like, God, please, if you're real, say. It wasn't anything like that. It was like almost like it came from like reading books and stuff. Like it wasn't like this thing that just came from out of nowhere. It was like almost like a logical conclusion I reached to some degree. Obviously, it's not like, it's not like a mathematical formula. But so you get into this weird state of like, let's say religious versus atheistic, right? And those are like two kind of blanket terms for like a deeper philosophic view of like religious would have like, those who believe in a created conscious, or like a universe with like an intelligent universe that was designed versus a universe that lacks consciousness, lacks, intelligence per se, even though we're intelligent and whatever. That is just a uncaring, purely physical universe. And that's kind of like, so if you say, do you believe in God? Do you not believe in God? You can still live in a conscious, intelligent universe and not believe in God. But whatever, let's keep it simple, right? So it's like, people ask you, do you believe in God? I'd say yes. I don't have any kind of compunction against people who say no. I don't think you're going to go to hell forever. I don't subscribe to any of that stuff. So then what happens is for religion, a lot of people, and this was big more so like years ago with like Bill Maher did Religulous, and then there's like, I don't know, there was all those other like super avowed atheists who would be like, oh yeah, so you actually believe that there's a guy in the sky with a beard who, it's like, well, no, and that's it's like usually the arguments between the science types and then like literalistic Bible thumpers. And it's just a stupid argument. It just, for me, I'm like, if you're like a PhD in philosophy from Cambridge trying to argue with like a guy who is just like, that's what my dad said. And now I go to church too. And I literally believe the Bible. It's like, first of all, you're kind of a dick for, in my opinion, like attacking that guy. And also vice versa. If you're like a dude, going to church and like literally interpreting the Bible, and some dude wants to believe in like a blind, uncaring universe, it's like, leave that fucking guy alone. I mean, I get the idea of like, wanting to kind of welcome that guy into a more kind of like, what you think might be a more welcoming space. And it also, to be fair to him, he could live for 9 years longer. Now, whether he wants to or not, because he's inhabiting a pointless, uncaring universe. Maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he wants to die. But for me, the thing that really sold me on the possibility to kind of further investigate in terms of the religious question. And again, I'm not evangelizing. I'm not trying to like, be like a weird Christian camp counselor. I'm saying this is something that if you somehow can connect with it, it has a preserving effect on your mind and body as you're planning out for this cool life, but like, dude, there's a huge chunk of it we're going to be old and dying. So, it's a good thing to get into early and kind of on the ground floor. And it's also like, it might be right. But anyway, also too, and then like, this is kind of cool. I thought the term salvation itself, by the way, comes from the Latin term like salvare, which means, to save, duh. But if you look at salvare, the root word of to save comes from sal, which is salt. And the whole idea, the word salvation literally means salt. It's that which preserves the flesh. So it's like, and it is kind of funny too that like, that's, around the time of like Roman Catholicism forming. And then scientists now are being like, oh shit, it literally preserves your physical being to somehow have a felt connection to some larger force in the universe, call it God or whatever the fuck you want to call it, doesn't matter. So, and it's like, that sounds great and all, but the problem is, and I get this too, of where you go, well, yeah, but that shit doesn't make any fucking sense, man. It's like, you're telling me, it's like, if all of you have available to you is like, the literalistic Bible thumping view of Christianity and like Mary was a virgin, it's like, okay, man, great, whatever. I don't want to open that can of worms for people because like that's their like lifeblood, and it's like, I get it. I'm not knocking that, because at the end of the day, nobody has any fucking clue. We really don't. And it's like, you could say, yeah, but dude, come on, man. It's like, obviously I understand the rational underpinnings of the argument that like, yeah, I get that stuff, man. But I'm saying you can even put all that stuff aside too. Again, if you're just trying to get to the God question, because there is the thing where it's like, yeah, human beings probably can't wrap their head around, God per se. If there is a grand, unified, organizing intelligence to the universe, which there very well might be, you're not going to know you're not going to be able to, oh, hey, well, let me tell you about that. You have no fucking idea. That's like an ant explaining North America. It's like, it's too big. It's too big. It's beyond the ability, almost like materially, of the mind of an ant to even comprehend even like anything really. But it's like, so what I'm trying to say is, I'm just trying to lay out how I've come to these conclusions, and the way I have is I started reading a lot of like the Eastern stuff, and they have more of like a just from a little stuff I listen to, like a naturalistic understanding of what like the creator of the universe is the universe itself. And I was like, okay, fair enough. That kind of makes sense. But the only really like the little leap of faith you have to make, in my opinion, that I did, the only thing it required of me wasn't like swallowing like a literal interpretation of, the Bible and all this other stuff, which the Bible's a sick book if you actually read it. But the thing that really, I'm like, okay, maybe there is something to this, is when I was reading something about, I don't know what it was, man, like a book about Vedanta, which is like a form of Hinduism, and kind of how like basically they purported that like more or less that the universe is a conscious unified whole. So it's like, it's one thing that is designed, seems to be designed consciously. If you look at like the weights of like there's the nuclear force, there's electricity, there's maybe magnetism, or magnetism might be total fucking bullshit like Terrence Howard says. But there's this certainly some form of like form and design, and it's pretty mind blowing down to like the way cells organize in our body and all of this stuff. And the only real like little leap of faith that I had to make to even like entertain this as a possibility was that the universe is conscious. It's not that crazy to think about it. It's like you're conscious. And if you even go by like the standard, I would say more widely accepted view of, the scientific view, which is that like, again, we live in just a blind, uncaring, physically oriented universe that's just like balls spinning and hot things producing heat and cold things being cold, and they all just kind of pulse and bounce off each other in this like chaotic, just purely physical, meaningless thing that we've somehow emerged within, and we have the illusion of consciousness due to our senses. And like, yeah, it's like, dude, that sucks. Like, I don't know how to explain it. That like sucks. And it's like, it's like, or we're conscious, we're physical material of the universe. And since we're conscious, maybe consciousness is just another dimension of the universe. Like there's, whatever, time, space, matter, consciousness. It's just a different thing. And then if we can produce consciousness with our limited amount of material selves, then why would the universe that produced us consciously or as conscious things, how would that not have form and over with the materials given to the entire universe, or even, a huge portion, whatever? How would that not produce maybe a grand consciousness that could be something like God? It's not that crazy. And then you get to the point where you go, I can never prove any of this stuff. I never will be able to prove any of this stuff. But at the end of the day, I have to pick one of these camps of organizing my worldview. Either I can say, you know what, I'm throwing my hat in the ring of materialistic, mechanistic universe, uncaring, pointless. I'll create my own reality within this thing. That's what it is. Or you say, no, we live in a conscious universe that's, that we're like somehow connected to, and there's higher principles that, it's like the universe is trying to like instill in us, and this is all building towards something, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you can't prove one or the other. You can't. And that's that's like Kierkegaard's whole thing. It's called the Kierkegaardian leap. He's like, Kierkegaard says you either believe in, you're either a citizen of Jerusalem, which is, you believe the Bible, you just full stop, full faith. I'm not questioning it. It'd be silly of me to question. Or he says you're a citizen of Athens, which is like rationalism, blah, blah. And he's like, you can't be both. He's like, you're either one or the other. This is what he says anyway. You're one or the other. And at the end of the day, even more weirdly, no matter which one you are, the reason you have selected that worldview is just because it's like inbuilt into you. Like you can't, the reason you selected it, you're just going to have all these inherently supporting arguments for the thing you really just kind of wanted to pick anyway. So it's like, you can't, I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So it's like anything that like you argue in your case of the one of those two worldviews you're going to pick, like your arguments presuppose themselves. That's what they say. It's like you're coming from a place where you already want it to explain it as it is anyway. So like there's like, you just got to make that leap, and that's all there is. And like, it's, you got to pick one or the other. Yeah, that was one of his first books. It was called Either Or. It was about like either this or that. There's nothing down the middle. So you got to pick one of these worldviews. And, if you kind of look at it, you go, okay, I can never prove it either way. I don't know. One of them will give me a longer life and kind of like, potentially a better life. I don't know. Because then you can spin into like the oppressive kind of like literalistic cult-like religions that you could argue, say, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Fundamentalist Islam, kind of fucked up. Okay, fair enough. But it's like, if you've somehow been lucky enough to inhabit such an educated place to produce something like the scientific materialist kind of worldview, it's like, shout out to, yourself and your descendants. That's kind of a nasty achievement. But then it does put you in this kind of like thing where it's like, yeah, it's cool we did that, but like, fuck, man, this is shitty and desolate. I don't want to think about just like dying pointlessly. And it's not even like, you could say, oh, that's just a cope. It's like, not even, dude. Because you genuinely don't know. But this is the kind of conclusion I've reached to kind of at least support where I'm coming from. And And it's like, so, okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, it's like, yeah, we live in a cold, meaningless, pointless universe that's just purely physical processes, just bouncing off of each other, spinning around, heating up, cooling down, blah, 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 blah. And through some just bizarro chance of, maybe the universe is infinite, so like, it was bound to happen eventually, we develop consciousness, which is just like our senses tricking us into believing that we're a self, but in reality, we're just a fucking glob of shit, and we're having these experiences, and they're just, whatever. It's just this thing. It's a fluke that has popped out in the universe, and it doesn't belong. It doesn't exist anywhere else. Okay, fair enough. But then you go, all right, well then, what happened there? And you're like, well, the material of the universe, this unthinking, uncaring, pointless stuff, somehow very intricately organized itself into various organisms, which then formed even larger organisms and more complex organisms that one day became, human beings that became conscious and self-aware, that then throughout that gave birth to all of these like worldviews and these opinions and like transformed their own environment into a certain thing. And then within that space came up with the idea of the fact that the universe is somehow joined under some grand unifying figure, universally too, by the way, which is kind of insane. And then dedicated their time to figuring that out. And then within that space, that got transformed to the point where, there was like the Jesus message, the Buddha message, where it's basically like, go against kind of your natural impulses to a degree in service of love over kind of like just subjecting others so that you can, like kill them or rule over them. Like, no, you should probably just like be nice to people, be nice to yourself, and you'd be easy on yourself because you're just, we're really just animals and we fuck up all the time, but we can genuinely, if we put our mind to it, we can move ourselves collectively towards a better experience than we currently have. And then, so it's like, okay, that's all occurring in a stupid, like pointless physical universe. But then the pointless, stupid, unconscious matter somehow comes up with an organizing principle that the matter itself responds positively to, meaning like your body, your organism, if you're like, for some reason, and it's literally backed up by science because the people are living longer when they like practice those tenets and like take them seriously, that same dumb physical matter responds positively. So the matter itself is responding positively to the message that the scientists dispute. And it's just like, dude, I don't know if that makes sense. But for me, I'm like, yeah, man, like I'm not going to argue with my cells. My cells like the religious spiritual worldview. I'm not going to like subject them to like wear and tear unnecessarily by trying to be an atheistic badass. That's all I'm saying. That's my point. That's at least my, not to get, that's my metaphysics. That's my metaphysics, which is just, metaphysics is a fancy word for like how did things start, how did things come to be. And it's an argument that nobody can prove otherwise, which is my favorite kind of argument because
you're on your Terrence Howard.
Yeah, I'm on my Terrence. I'm not trying to jack Terrence Howard swag, but I was pumped to see him just go off like that. That is my Terrence Howard spiel of like, I've been studying spirituality. I think like he studies physics, although he might be totally valid. I'm not trying to knock him on that, but that is that's my argument against atheists. It's like, dude, you can miss me with all that like literalistic interpretation bullshit. Not going to catch me on the dogma, but coming down to the fabric of the universe and consciousness, and I genuinely think it's built into the universe, and I think we can be connected to a larger consciousness than ourselves that clearly for some reason has communicated to us that we need to be a little more kind and understanding to one another. And then when we do that, our body responds positively to that message, which is just stupid physical matter. So even if it is all bullshit, it's like, it's kind of a no-brainer for me. It's like, yeah, you got to take a spiritual outlook on life if you want to make it through the long haul. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I could go further into that, but I don't know, Josh, is this anything good?
Maybe people live longer because they feel like they have souls and they have love in their heart. And the other one is like negative. I'm an empty vessel. I'm a nihilist.
Yes.
So,
but then your physical, the physical makeup that the fucking goddamn materialists worship so much, it breaks down under their own system.
Mm-hmm.
The worldview itself creates entropy within your own system. So Yeah, that's my entire, honestly, if that's my life philosophy, is that like, yeah, I think you got to get in touch with something like that. I mean, you don't have to. If you don't want to, don't do it. I don't care. I mean, well, I do care. I want you to be all right. But like, yeah, I think the whole point of life too is then to like, you shed your mortal core. Eventually you die, but then like what you can leave behind is just like not a field, but like you can leave, like almost like what karma is, but it's just like, I just think of it like, it's just like, are you leaving a good feeling in the hearts of people you know and love and don't know and interact with in some level? Or are you leaving a bad taste in their mouth and creating more strife, more bullshit? And it's like, you can leave kind of clean in terms of your effect on people. Even in the positives, that's kind of my goal, just to kind of create a beautiful work of art, obviously, and then leave this earth as a, just something nice, you know, a little smile on the faces of people who live after me. And that's for me, I'm like, that's enough. It's enough for me. It makes me feel good at the end of the day. So yeah, I know, really soppy and really preachy. I'm sorry, dude, but I don't know what else to talk about. All right. I'm happy I got that off my chest. This could be received very negatively, but I just, my God, I can't keep it in, man. That's all I think about. And, you know, I just want everyone to be chilling as much as they can, dude. No unnecessary strife. If you hate this, hate it, bro. It's all good. I get it, man. And I'm not saying that as a dick. I genuinely get it. I don't really like, actually, that's not totally true. I kind of like I like being, I was like, I don't really like being trapped with my thoughts. It's like, man, I kind of actually do enjoy them. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do. So thank you guys so much. This was the much dreaded solo podcast. How long did we do? What was that? An hour?
Hour 16.
Nice, man. That's about hour, 2 hours and 45 minutes, bro, of just bullshit. So, Josh, thank you so much for letting me do this. Guys, have pity on my fucking pathetic self and just hopefully there's something of value there for you guys. But I pulled back the curtain for about a couple hours, man. That's exactly what's going on in my mind. So, God bless you all and have a good day.
The Wild Wild West.
Yes, dude. We're here live. Matt and Shane Secret Podcast. Shane is away handling serious business at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have the bros here, dude.
Yes.
Rob
dude.
Cruz, Naeem Ali, Drew Montana.
Yes.
Here we go.
Do-rag and a deer tag. Thank you. Thanks for coming and bailing me out, guys.
Oh, dude. Appreciate you having us.
I would have sat here by myself and just went like, I don't know.
You would have figured it out.
True. Gardini. I could have talked to Gardini as well.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, you know.
Have you ever done a solo pod? Like when
Yeah,
we just talk to
I've ripped him on Patreon a couple times.
Okay.
Tried to talk. It gets really weird, especially if you have a live chat.
Yeah.
You can break down immediately.
Yeah.
I had gotten high and did it one time on Patreon or like for a Patreon thing. As soon as someone's like, fuck you, you're like, stop. What's that guy's problem?
I couldn't do it with the live chat,
hole,
dude.
You get fucked up immediately.
If I say something funny and it doesn't get a million laugh emojis, I'm fucking ending the stream.
Dude, and you can have it'll be, yeah, cool. Then one guy will be like, you're a fucking loser and a fraud. And you go, and then you're talking, but you have another part of your mind that's actively
thinking
like,
about that.
What's that guy's fucking problem? And you start being like, no, I'm not. And you're done. Dude, Scott Adams does a podcast, the guy who created Dilbert, where he sits in front of a live stream. Me and Shane talked about this last week, where it was like there's like boomer type dudes that are like getting crushed in the comments.
Yeah.
Because you guys deal with negative comments yet, or you guys?
Yeah, we get them.
We get some.
Because everyone's nice at first, and then it flips, and you get nasty boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
It rules when you only have like 3 comments.
Usually that's nice. Though.
like,
Usually
yeah.
3 dudes are pumped on you.
Yeah.
But when you get like 300, like 5 of them are gonna go, "It's you fucking piece of shit."
Yeah.
We only usually get bad comments when we do somebody else's podcast. So like after this, somebody gonna be like, "Fuck Naeem, he's dressed like shit." You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it's a rite of I think it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to just endure the
Dude, the comments,
nasty opinions.
the comments secretly love my teeth.
Yeah, they do.
They're secretly big fans
Really?
of my chompers, dude. They want them.
That's tight.
They want their own pair of these things. I'm gonna start selling them, dude.
They are beautiful, dude. They're like abstract.
Thank you. A dentist told me that recently.
Yo, you said his teeth abstract.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I had a
You
hot dentist.
you gotta have a good think.
Are you familiar with a Mobius strip?
No.
So when you like invert a circle so that it goes on like forever, the way it's twisted, you never know which side yours up or down. Is that what you're saying? His teeth look like that? That's fucked up. It's actually fucked up.
That is fucked up, bro.
Dude, they're like a small clock, dude. They're like a pocket watch in front of your eyes.
You're saying
Yes.
his teeth just go above and beyond Euclidean geometry. You're saying you can't.
100%. I squint when I look at Drew.
That's fucked up, actually.
Yeah. If you
That's
look
the kind
at
of stuff. I'm trying to get away from that stuff. Personally.
if you look at him from the side, it's a giraffe. I swear to God. It's a sideways giraffe. It's weird.
Are you gonna Invisalign when you get paid, or like what are you gonna do? Now it's just a matter of time. You guys are gonna get paid.
Yeah, I
So
can't
it's like,
wait. Dude.
will you Invisalign, or are you gonna get a grill?
I think I'm getting gross.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I went to the dentist the other day, and she's pretty hot, and she told me, she stared into my face for like an hour while I was like this, and she was like, yo, your teeth aren't that bad. And I was like, don't lie to me, lady. But also, like, I got good eyes and shit. Like, you could have said that.
Yeah.
But the fact that she said that gave me some hope. So maybe, I don't think I can fix these
I don't
things.
think they're that bad. I don't think they're.
They are.
Again, I'm not like I more look at girls that way. I don't appraise dudes physically, so I don't
There
really
you
care.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we straight.
No, I was trying to bait you into something there.
No,
But,
I'm
yeah.
just kind of like whatever.
You
Dude.
didn't take the cheese, dude. Good job.
I have a very attractive dermatologist who's seen my penis multiple times, and it's just
Cool.
The,
You
it's
got
the
pimples
worst.
on your penis?
No, it's just I had dry skin I was dealing with, and now that
Same.
I didn't want to get into this, dude. But the fact that I had like this crazy dry skin that I thought was ringworm, it turned out it was just eczema.
Nice.
So I was putting ringworm cream on my dick for like
What the
6
fuck?
months, dude, and it just turned my dick like completely red and just. It was like Elephant Graveyard.
Your bird was pissed.
Half my dick was like Pride Lands, the other half was Elephant Graveyard. I had it.
You had Hellboy dick.
For like 6 months until finally I fucking showed I like walked around and paraded my penis to like urgent care, my doctor, nonstop. And then finally I had it, they showed it to the dermatologist. It was like this, she's a babe. And
Yeah.
she was like, oh, try this. It's actually it's not that.
Damn. That's
The
the
hot
one place I
lady's the
don't
one.
have eczema. I have eczema everywhere but my dick.
Dude,
It sucks.
I had the opposite going on. I had no eczema, so I was like, dude, this is definitely ringworm.
Yeah, and then it's mostly on my ass though. Like my ass looks like crocodile skin. It's disgusting. You never want to see my cheeks, bro. Never.
What causes it? Is it genetic or?
I think it's a diet thing, like inflammation. I drink a lot.
I noticed when I'm eating a lot of sugar, that's when my sugar kicks it up. Stress,
Dairy, stress.
Gotcha.
Like if your babe's not acting right, they'll flare up.
Oh
their eczema.
hell yeah, that
Did
flares
you ever
right
try
up.
to hit a babe with that? Be like, you're doing shit that's bad for my health right now.
Oh, they don't
Yeah.
give a fuck about
They
that.
don't do that at all.
They don't give a fuck about.
You're like, no, like what you're doing is killing me, and they're like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah, man, the fuck up. What do you
I
mean
used to
it's
say
killing?
that to get out of eating pussy. I'd be like, I have a tongue condition where it like gets weaker over time. And I was like, you don't even want this problem. It's going to be a problem for both of us.
stressed.
Like, why are you getting out of eating pussy?
She's like, sometimes I don't want to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're tripping.
I don't love it.
Eating pussy's fun.
I respect dudes that don't eat pussy. Do you not eat pussy?
No,
or you
I'll eat it.
You begrudgingly eat pussy.
No, I'll eat it, but it's like, it's like a kid going to the dentist, dude. Like, I don't want to go, but like, give me a lollipop after, dude. Give me a
So
sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have like, because that's foreplay. How do you foreplay yourself up into like, do you have to be like pushed down?
No, my dick gets pretty hard.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying stop trying to get me to talk about your dick.
Time
dude.
out. You thought
Rob had a weird dick too. Talk about his.
Wait, time out, bro.
Rob had a weird dick thing. We can go to that.
Nah, my dick's fine, dude.
It used to be weird.
You got it fixed. You went to the orthodontist.
Yeah, I did get it
dude.
fixed. I got work done.
Oh yeah, Rob used to have to get sounded because his dick hole was too small. So these are
What?
the
Yeah.
doctor had to put sticks inside of his hole.
Did they really? They stretched you out. Pause.
And my poppy did.
They had
got
to stretch
stretched
your
out?
penis all open.
Yeah, and my poppy did it. My poppy put the stick in.
What poppy?
My poppy.
Like
my
your
pops.
dad?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you went to the poppy store, dude. I thought Poppy fixed your dick.
The Dominicans on 20th.
Yeah.
He went to Jimenez and them. Jimenez, what's this? Fix it.
I got sun chips in a sick hole.
They did it with like the sandwich toothpicks. They're fucking hold still, pop. So your dad fixed your penis hole? Is your dad a urologist or is he just like, is that his passion?
It's kind of like
He's just really good.
you know,
at
like
it.
how like the vet will like teach you how to like give your dog medicine. Like that's
Yeah.
that's what the doctors did with my dad.
Oh,
like-
they were like, here's how you can train your boy's bird. Why didn't they do
Yeah,
it?
wrap his bird in cheese.
Why did they train your dad to doctor your bird? That's crazy.
I mean, who else is going to do it?
The doctor.
Well,
It's
I
their
had to
job.
do it every day.
What did you had to stick something down your dick hole? You guys have talked about this over you guys?
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
Plenty of times.
So you had to stick something.
At least
How
That's
did
why
you-
they call me the Iron Cruise, dude.
So every
You
day,
can't break
did you have to get hard for this or flaccid? Think carefully. Your
Dealer's
dad did it.
choice. Dealer's choice. Whatever. It works either way.
Wait, hold on. Was this like an after school thing? He was like, Rob, put your book bag down. We're gonna.
Yeah, it was credits. No, it was
What? How old were you during this? If you don't mind me asking.
I was like 7.
Okay, that's probably the best time to do it. I
Yeah.
thought you were
That's
like
the worst time. The best time is like never.
I mean, if you could be like 14, that would be a weird.
Oh, yeah,
time.
that's
Yeah,
weird.
14 would be rough.
So what was like the breakdown? You're gripping your shaft, I presume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gripping shaft,
Man.
and he's just fucking. What's he sticking down there?
It was
Dude, he said he's plunging it.
the shit's clogged.
He was using a coffee stir.
Seven
It was a
was-
coffee stir. He was just.
Dude, there's no way a doctor told your dad to stick stuff down your penis hole.
It was a leaf blower.
Was it a bike pump? So wait, so what was the instrument? What was the instrument? It had to have been like a specialized. instrument.
It was just like a blue plastic stick.
Damn.
And did he at least lube it up?
He spit on it.
He spit on it. No,
No, I don't think he lubed it up or anything, to my knowledge.
he had to have lubed it up.
Yeah,
He can't do that dry.
maybe he kept it from me.
Yeah, he probably was.
Yeah,
Yeah, he probably also didn't want you to see the stuff. He's probably like, bro.
Yeah, Michael's special stuff. But yeah, I think
Did he ever give you the birds and the bees talk while like fixing your dick? Like, look here, when a fucking boy and a girl, like, chill, brother, chill, brother.
Yo.
How hard does this hurt? Like,
it did first, and then actually it was pretty
Actually-
smooth after a
Yeah,
while.
pretty smooth.
It's like
Yeah.
anal. It's like
Yeah, for sure.
it's kind of
how
like
long
dude.
did the treatment go on for?
If you break your penis, Simon, that thing kind of feels good after.
True.
Yeah, he was my first.
Can't breathe.
Damn, dude, that's what was so? Were you having like cum pisses? Like, how did the doctor figure this out? Was it like shooting to the side, or like how do they know you're?
So,
you don't want to talk
I
about
had-
this, by the way. We don't have to talk about it.
No, it's okay.
Too fucking late.
No, it was I had
I'm
like I
intrigued.
got a hernia at like an obscurely young age. And then I went to the doctor for that, and then there was a little bird play, and then they saw
Gotcha.
what was going
And
on.
they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That sucks.
But I do think 7 was a good age. You got me thinking.
7 is a good age.
'Cause
Dude.
I had no like schmeckle insecurity.
yeah.
Like at that age, I'm like, this could be the sickest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, being
Dick of
4
all
would be
time.
weird because you like vaguely you'd have like dreams about him. Like, why am I thinking about it? You wouldn't really.
Yeah, you wouldn't
consciously
really
remember.
remember.
Right.
You're old enough to be like, my dad's not. You know.
If it would have happened when
Right.
you were 4, you'd have thought that aliens was abducting you at night and doing it to you daily now.
Yeah.
Like that's how vague the memory would have been. You'd have been like, damn, why every night is UFOs picking me up and sticking shit in my dick? But because it was 7, you actually remember. Like, okay.
You had the
that
context
happened.
to be like, you know what I mean?
I wonder
As
if
a
I
dad, I
carry
couldn't do it
anything-
though. As a dad, I could never do that to my son. He just would have.
What
We
a
had to get a
hero.
transgender surgery or something like that. I'm not doing that. That's crazy.
Nah, I give props to my dad.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
your
sick
dad's
move.
the man for
Yeah.
that. Really.
Yeah, that's wild.
He had my back and my front.
Yeah.
I mean, did
dude.
he have a similar? Oh no, it was because of a. Was it because of the hernia or what?
No, it was just something they noticed as an aside.
How do they notice that though? I want them to look at mine now.
Yeah,
my
that's
dad,
right.
my dad might have to fix my penis hole.
Yeah.
How do you know if it's too skinny? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, it did
Did
make
your
sense.
pee
I
not
do kind of
spiral?
like remember like piss like kind of going like.
so you were getting
Yeah, like
the
you put your
contra
thumb over a
spread.
hose. Yeah.
Oh,
Damn, bro.
You
Yeah.
ever,
Spread fire.
you ever turn the shower head?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
for sure. You had you're like the contra when you get like the S thing. Yeah,
The-
you get
Yeah.
it's buckshot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's too much pressure.
Well, we'll get off this topic. I don't want to. All right, dude. I have like a million more questions.
I'm cool as a cucumber, dude. That's cool.
Oh, this makes me wildly uncomfortable. Are you kidding? I hate thinking about things getting stuck inside of dicks. That's the worst. I hate thinking about that.
So it was just. So he just stretched it out over time, and then you were good. That it wasn't like a retainer where you got to like
Yeah.
sometimes during the night sleep with it in there.
Yeah, I think it was just a few months and then I was smooth sailing.
That gives me hope for my deviated septum. I feel like I've been saying forever I can probably just push it over little by little.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, no, it doesn't work that way. But it's like there's more proof.
Yeah.
What did you break your nose?
I've gotten punched in the face a
Okay.
million times. I don't know if I've ever broken. I don't have a bone here. No
Damn,
bone.
what?
Just goes right
Whoa.
down. Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
I got no
What the
bone
fuck?
I got no bone in my nose.
Yo.
You were born without that?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I got one of them in my toe right here. It can bend all the way back.
Oh yeah, he does. I seen it before.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you guys' bodies? Oh, what the fuck, yo?
That's disgusting, man.
I used to be able to touch the back of my hand.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do it anymore. It was cold and I tried it like a month ago and it kind of hurt. So. I might have fucked it up.
Dude, I have not got to get credit for that for like maybe 30 years. I
No,
used to do
I
it in like
respect
first
that.
grade, just be like,
Dude, yeah, I
fine
remember
freak
going to the
teacher.
lunch table and just putting your fucking dogs on the table and being like, ladies, look.
Sending them all the way back.
Yanking them things.
Dude, I mean,
Damn.
we can't legally talk about it, but nothing gets you know who's you know whatter than bending back for that. Legally, you can't say we're talking about. Dude, nothing gets them fucking.
Yeah. But if you know who's are listening, go up to the you know what's and fucking tug on them, dude. I'm telling you.
As a you know what yourself, obviously we're talking about.
Right,
I
right,
would
right.
never go into a grade school now and be like,
Yeah. Former you know what. Yeah.
so nice of you, so nice of you to do lunch duty, but yeah, don't mention it. That sucks, dude. When teachers just lose the plot and fuck students.
Yeah, that's wild.
They
They didn't
gotta,
get the script.
like, dude, they gotta be completely on some level, and I'm not excusing it. Obviously, we'd all stomp a pedo teacher right now, but it's like there has to be part of them that's kind of like a ball rolling down a hill where they can't stop themselves.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's you have to know you're going to get busted.
Yes, kids don't keep secrets. You're going to get caught.
Exactly.
You're going to get caught.
But they do it and they fuck the kids, and it's like, dude, you know you're getting busted for that.
My English teacher fucked like 4 of my teammates when I was in high school. But she didn't fuck me. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
But she
that
fucked like 4.
stinks.
She bought them like winter coats and all types of things. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, everybody finds out too, and like even the ones where it doesn't happen, like lies get spread about kids
Yeah.
fucking teachers
Yeah.
like fucking wildfire. So if it really happens, then everyone's gonna know.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, for
best
sure.
case. That's a best case scenario. Everyone knows, but you don't get.
Yeah, but you don't like get arrested.
Yeah,
But then everyone's like, yeah, I think that guy's a pedophile. And you got to be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That happened to my physics teacher in high school. He got replaced mid-year from like talking to one of the girls in my class, like trying to fuck.
Shit.
Yeah.
the physics teacher, he got
Yeah.
replaced.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like they reassigned him. He was just gone.
Well, he hit him with the "I'm not fired, I quit."
Oh shit.
Bold move,
And then
dude.
he went to another school and then got fired for the same thing.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
so he just loved the little babies.
Yeah, he loved them.
Damn. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
That's so nasty. Fucking actually, J Rock is the one that got my English teacher fired because
fucked her?
He fucked her,
Nice.
and then we was in class one day, and she kicked him out of class, and he was like, listen, if you want me to come to detention, I'm snitching. I'm telling.
they had a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, and then she suspended him, and then he told.
Oh,
Yeah, yep. That shit was on the news and everything.
That's on her.
Yeah,
That's on
Yeah.
her.
that is a bad play on her part. But
she thought he was bluffing, and he wasn't.
I mean, she also might have been setting him up for the ultimate fucking role play. Being
Ooh,
yeah,
fucking him
you
in
got it.
class. Right.
She was taking him to sex detention, dude.
Yeah, she was. Oh, he fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
dude.
blew it.
She was
did.
setting up a porno. He was gonna have to go up to her after class and be like, "You've been very bad." And he'd be like,
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I'm
and she
thinking about-
was hot. She was nice. The biggest ass I ever seen on a teacher.
really,
Dude, a big
Yeah.
ass in school fucking changed your whole day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
hell
Like, if
yeah.
you're just dealing with like old dude teachers, and then fourth period comes around, you got a nice fucking booty to look
Yeah,
at.
they revel in it though, dude, and that's the problem. Because I've always been like, why would a lady, is a hot lady, from what you guys are saying,
Yeah.
want to fuck a younger boy?
True.
Yeah.
It's
In
like-
my case, they never did, but
Yeah, me neither. But some of my friends had that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, maybe they are genuinely sexually attracted to them. But you would
You ever-
think
Yeah.
like,
you ever think you were close with one?
no, not like I went to an all boys school and there was two. There was really one lady, two I would say, but one main one. She just had humongous tits, and like she completely flaunted. And at least to me, I would say, I thought she flaunted them, and she seemed to kind of revel off the attention.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to, you know what? I can say for sure she did.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, but no, I never had any sort of close thing.
And then some of these teachers are 24, 25 years old. So you're only 7 years removed from high school.
Yeah.
And then now you're in charge of all these 16, 17-year-old boys. Like,
Dude,
what the fuck?
All the shows they fucking watch are about high schoolers having sex. Every show girls watch are about high school. They just
Euphoria.
They watch child porn, dude.
Yeah.
Every dude, Vampire Diaries,
Damn,
Riverdale,
they do watch child porn.
Ginny in Georgia on Netflix. I've seen all of these shows, but they fucking it's all high school kids having sex.
Yeah.
We had some
Every
of that
single
too,
one.
though.
The what?
We had a little bit of that. It just wasn't like as graphic because it wasn't HBO.
Oh, yeah.
But like Saved by the Bell was all about like you want to just make out with
Yeah,
that
but
lady.
you were in
by
high
the,
school though.
True, I wasn't.
Saved by the Bell.
Dawson's
College?
Creek.
You could have been an adult prom date though. You could have been in college and
True.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
I feel like we hit the like the beginning of like the kids watching internet porn age.
Yeah.
Like I was watching crazy shit in like
Oh yeah, I
6th
missed
grade.
that. I missed that. I was on VHS tapes in my childhood. The internet porn was when I was in college.
Yeah,
it was
same.
still
Yeah.
Lime,
Yeah, that
it
was
still
college.
LimeWire. So like you had
Yeah.
to download it, and they
And
threw
it took
in.
forever.
Dude, it
See,
took-
LimeWire was like 6th grade for me, so I would just like save it to my family computer
crazy,
desktop
dude.
and fucking.
Mhm.
Dude, I remember my mom fucking yelled at me one day because there was a video saved to the desktop titled "Big Bazookas." To me, it was the coolest thing in the world. But this lady had the best tits I've ever seen. To this day,
What did your mom say when she saw it?
they were in like 480p, dude. It ruled. She,
480.
yeah. I don't even remember. She was pissed though. She's like, "You can't be doing this on the." I tried to like blame it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Was it a family computer setup like
Yeah,
in the
it
common
was in
area?
the kitchen.
Yeah, dude, that was the. I'd rather climb Mount Everest to try to jerk off in like my den again.
Oh, that's the
a jerk
scariest.
on the family computer is crazy.
It's insane.
That is like a thrill.
It's insane.
No,
It's-
it made me so uncomfortable every time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude, because
I
like my
liked it.
grandma would walk down the stairs. I got caught by my grandma and my dad like weeks apart one time.
Damn. They caught you with the bazooks.
Yo.
Did they? Yeah, they caught him with arms, dude. Whose arms young?
Yeah.
Did they like talk to each other, or was it both isolated?
No, it was isolated. My grandma caught me, but it was like she was old, so I kind of don't know if she fully caught it, but she knew.
Yeah.
And then my dad, dude, I was like jerking off one time without porn because this is like before you could watch it on like a phone or anything.
In the kitchen?
No, without porn.
Like, why?
I was in my room.
That's nuts.
I was in my room, just like fully in the zone, just thinking about tits.
yeah.
And my dad like opened the door, and I heard him through my fucking like through my haze. He was like, "Drew," and I was like still jerking. And then on the second Drew, he was like,
What the fuck?
Oh no.
he was like, "Drew, stop it."
Yeah, you was way too deep.
Yeah, bro, I was
You're
fully
probably your butt was probably raised off the bed.
I was by the ceiling, bro. Yeah.
You're probably bridging. Dude.
Yo.
I was like,
Damn,
6
did he
feet,
tell you
bro.
to stop it?
I forget
I
what he
mean, you
said.
have to. That, like, dude, stop jerking off. I'm talking to you.
He's
Stop
like,
ignoring me.
He needed something,
Like a
so it
dog.
wasn't like I'll come back later.
What?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
stop that. That's the, yeah, knock it off. Stop that. Stop fapping.
Yeah.
Stop fapping.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's horseplay.
It's horseplay.
Yo, jacking off the memory seems impossible.
I do it. I'm off. I've been off the porn since August.
Really?
Yeah,
So you go all just mental fucking Rolodex, bro?
Imagination rules, dude.
just imagination.
Damn, are you kidding me?
Because you
Just
can picture
imagination.
the porn that's never been made.
Yeah, you can, dude. I mean, I've hopped time periods. That's my new
Yeah.
thing.
Y'all fucking
I'll
retarded.
go to like the Roman. I'll be a Roman prince. I don't even have to be me, dude. I'll be a Roman
That's beautiful.
prince, dude. A water maid will come in with my pot of water.
You strike me as a guy that likes erotica.
Dude, I do.
Yeah, me too.
I had to deny myself.
Game knows game.
Dude, I'm all. I was in Cincinnati, and I was like, dude, I came back, especially when I'm at home. It's easy for me not to watch porn. When I do stand up, it's like I want to go to sleep, and we all have the eject button. When it's like, bro, I've been in this world long enough. Day's over, but your body needs to calm down. Yeah, I don't have to explain it to you guys. You know,
For sure.
you know about jerking
know.
off and going to sleep. But dude, I was in the throes of it, dude. Just in bed, like, oh fuck, I'm not watching porn. And all of a sudden, I went, dude, just read a little erotica. And I was so close, and I went, it's all roads lead to the same thing.
Yeah.
I said no. That night, I had a dream about cutting the head off a snake.
Yo, what?
It was pretty cool.
You dreamed about freedom.
What'd you cut it off with?
I had like some sort of like stick or something. And I kind of violently like jabbed its head off. It was
Nice.
pretty cool. I was walking a trail with my family, and there was a dead snake in the path.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, guys, and I went. And
Oh, you
hacked
had
its
a
head
dead one.
off. Hacked. It was dead. So I'd obviously
Oh,
overcome the
shit.
fucking snake. my Kundalini serpent, and I fucking hacked the head off of it. And I was like, trail's clear, let's go, guys. And I woke up like, damn, I got rewarded.
Yeah.
That shit fucking rules.
Dude, killing a snake brings good luck.
Yeah, actually, I looked it up. Apparently, it's like a good omen to kill snakes
really?
in dreams. Yeah.
My brother killed a snake with a rake recently.
Really?
And it was-
Gardner?
no, like a big ass like water moccasin.
What?
Yeah, up in upstate New York.
With a rake?
Yeah,
Damn,
chopped it right in half.
Jesus Christ.
And
He got some
it
anger
was good.
problems.
No, it was good stuff, dude. We've had good fortune in the house ever since.
Yeah, that is a good. That's a good move.
Yeah.
That's
Water
kinda nuts you got
moccasins
a
are
water moc-
Gardini's fucking, what are they? The croc.
Yeah.
Oh, the Yeezys?
Blizz gave those to me. They are knockoffs. They're
Oh,
very.
they not real?
No, he got some off Alibaba, and I was wearing them. They gave me like blisters on my hair.
That is disgusting. You should burn those.
Yeah, they're tough, dude.
What
They're
the
tough.
fuck?
They're tough.
You can't wear the fake Yeezys, bro.
I thought they were cool.
They
were
look
fun.
real. They look just like the real.
I
I have
know.
the black. I have
Those
Are they
damn
comfortable? Are the real ones
Chineses.
comfortable?
the real ones are so comfortable.
Those like, dude, they gave me
Yeah,
blisters.
Thank you.
They're what?
They gave you blisters.
Yeah, they fucked me up.
Well, see, the thing with knockoffs is that is a like a Chinese war tactic. Like they'll give you knockoff shoes because what happens is over time it ruins your back,
Yep.
your knees.
Yep.
You can't fight a war with bad knees, bad back.
Yeah, the fake purses probably give ladies like fucking
Yep.
shoulder dysplasia.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I almost texted you at like midnight the other day because I was watching a fucking Chinese thing on the internet and I wanted to know if you'd heard about this.
But what-
But have you seen they're training their kids in like elementary school to go to war?
Really?
Dude, they're shooting rocket launchers and shit. It kind of rules.
really?
Finally, something practical.
Oh, they
Yeah,
get ready.
Japan kind of did something similar though, and they had a very bad outcome.
What happened?
Like
there?
Japan was like raising you from school age to like that's the enemy, get them. And you know, America. I don't know if you know this. We dropped 2 nuclear bombs. So yeah, America doesn't like that kind of stuff.
Fuck no. What do you think about that happened about this whole balloon thing?
I think it was bullshit. Honestly,
They
There's
said it was explosives
they
inside
didn't-
of it.
There's no way they didn't see. We have the whole Earth satellited out.
True.
We have Google Earth. So there's no way we didn't see that fucking.
I think it
So
was
you
all-
think this is some conspiracy shit
I
so
think
we
it's
can start
bullshit.
a war or some shit?
No,
Yeah.
they'll
Bro, it's
they'll
all cat.
slowly. They don't even. We're probably at war with countries right now. It's all economic now.
Yeah.
Biden be capping, yo. I don't think none of,
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
think the balloon was real because they said it was in Montana, then it went to Canada, then Wyoming, then it got shot down over the Carolinas, all in a day. And I don't know how fast balloons travel, but I don't think it's
Not that damn fast. That's
no,
crazy.
not at all.
Yeah, I know how cars work.
And it
they
didn't hit
faster
any
than
power
balloons.
lines.
Yeah,
Right.
Balloons always hit the power lines.
come on, dude.
True.
You're not
Apparently, a
fooling
lot of power outages are caused by Mylar balloons hitting the power lines.
Damn.
But yeah, dude, we have the technology. We could have went up with a drone and like grabbed it with a
For
sky
sure.
robot and like brought it down and like saw what it was. The
Yeah.
fact that they were like we're hushing it, they could have fucking that was bullshit. I think that was bullshit.
me. Yeah,
I don't know. I to me, I saw that and went, that's
balloons
that's,
don't scare me because also
Yeah, it was. It was.
I was telling somebody this the other day, but like our biggest fear with China was like they got supersonic jets and like the fact that it's a fucking hot air balloon up there.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
like,
stupid. I don't even
We
get
could have.
that.
I could have thrown a fucking ninja star and taken a whole shit out.
Yeah, you could have popped it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it like, going up a little higher in the atmosphere would have popped it.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
ain't
like,
scared,
what are
dude.
they spying on though? It's like maybe they're like taking web information or whatever. It's
It makes no sense.
the information. Everyone's taking everyone's information right now. It's worthless now.
Yeah, true.
So it's like,
And you would do it on the internet rather than with a fucking balloon over Wyoming. There's nothing there. The fuck is in Wyoming? The fuck are you putting a balloon over Wyoming for?
Like, yo,
Yeah.
it's mad elk out here, yo.
Right.
well, now they're saying the
Reporting
balloon's
live.
been there for years now. They're like Trump missed the balloon.
They gonna try
It's
to blame it
fucking
on
crazy.
Trump. Come
They're
on.
like the balloon was here during Trump and Trump missed the balloon.
What, yo?
It's fucking. I think it's complete fucking
I
nonsense.
don't know much about China or balloons, but I know helium, yo, and it doesn't last that long.
True.
Yeah.
yeah, not for no years.
Yeah, that's actually kind of an advanced technology. Were they remote controlling that balloon too?
I
Also,
don't know.
what a bad device for as a spy balloon.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
I guess it did kind of look like a cloud though. It was like a white circle. Had me fooled. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. See it. I failed as a patriot. I didn't see the balloon. I
I didn't see
gotta
the
start
balloon.
looking at the sky a little more carefully.
We saw where this weekend we saw where JFK got assassinated.
Oh, did you really?
Hell yeah.
How was it?
Oh, it's fucking amazing. It's obvious that that's not how it happened. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way he could have made that shot from that window because like the window's facing like this way, and then he gets hit like over here. So he would have had to he'd had to lean out the window with the rifle. Everybody would have saw him.
Yeah.
Like everybody would have saw him if he did that shit.
Well,
And he would have had to be like a top tier marksman.
Why did
Yeah.
I think it was like from a fence or something?
You thought it was from a fence? Well, that probably is where it came
Some
from.
people say from the sewers.
Okay.
Ooh.
Some people say they're in the
And right
sewer.
when it happens, if you watch the video, somebody like opens an umbrella. It's a bunch of weird shit
Really?
with that
Ooh.
shit. Yeah, it's a bunch of weird shit.
Dude, I'm on a conspiracy right now, and this obviously isn't the most savory one. But you saw the movie. Did you guys all see the movie? You people?
Yeah.
I think there's a conspiracy there.
There's something there.
Something's going on.
There
dude.
is something there.
Kanye went nuts, and all of a sudden, I think again, this isn't the hottest take.
Yeah.
I think Jews might be punishing black people with you people, dude.
That movie sucks. It's the worst.
Dude, look, I'm not gonna say whatever. It is what it was, but you got to tell me Kanye said what he said. Obviously,
Yeah.
you don't have to agree with it. I don't agree with it. I think it's terrible what he
A
said.
lesser man would.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude. But all of a sudden they have Jonah Hill taking down the Queen, dude.
Yes.
Nipsey's ex-wife.
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't
Nipsey's
like
ex-wife.
Nipsey's ex- all of a sudden she's in bed with fucking Jonah Hill's SpongeBob ass, dude.
I didn't like it. Dude, she didn't like that either. You could
She
tell.
did,
was
yeah,
an
she did
attack.
not like him.
That was an attack, dude. That was an absolute. I saw that. I went.
Every romantic scene, they just hugged.
Yeah, they did. And did you know that the kiss at
She
the
was
end?
always
of
wearing a full sweatsuit.
You know-
She was dressed
Yeah,
like
right.
Naeem.
She was the whole time. Had on full sweatsuits. You saw no ass.
Dude, watching my
No
least
cleavage.
favorite actor take down my favorite dead rapper's wife fucking bothered me.
That sucks.
What rapper's wife was she?
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey
dude.
Hussle.
And she was
They
Lil
played
Wayne's
like-
ex-wife too.
And they played
True.
like 3 of his songs in the movie. I
They
was like,
did.
stop doing this.
That was
I
fucked
know,
up. They definitely played his
dude.
music.
Yeah.
That
Crazy.
sucks.
I didn't see the end of it, so I can't speak.
They,
the whole
so
thing.
at the end, so they CGI the kiss. Like somebody like
Stop.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Stop.
Like look it up. The
Stop,
kiss
dude.
scenes are CGI. She did not kiss him.
It's only the
They
one scene.
took
It's
the
only the
queen
one
It's the
kiss
one at the
scene.
end. Yeah, it's the one at the
Yeah.
end.
That's the real kiss.
No, it's
no,
fake.
it's CGI. It's
Well,
fake.
you really did.
She did not want to. She didn't want to kiss him.
That would be a power move if they claymation the kiss.
like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Right. Fucking stop motion. They fucking,
Chicken run the kiss.
Chicken run.
Yeah, I saw that. I could be wrong. Could just be, two people had an idea, but I went, it seems a bit like a punishment right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Taking down the Queen.
Yo,
dude.
you might be right.
That's
Why
such
would
a
they do
sick
that?
diss.
Taking down the Queen. Like, oh
Damn.
yeah, that's cool. You guys think you're the Jews? Oh well, check this out. They burning
Damn.
Farrakhan. They burnt the fucking the kufi.
They did burn
They
a kufi.
did burn the
Burned the
kufi.
kufi.
What's a
Burned the
kufi?
kufi, and then they took down it's fucked up. You don't know this. It's a Muslim yarmulke.
Ah.
I didn't know yarmulke was spelled Yarmulke either. I was like, what the fuck? I had
Yarmulke.
I had
That is
subtitles
how
on. I was like, why do they keep saying it's what the fuck's a Yarmulke? And I'm like, oh, it's Yamaha.
Yeah.
Yamaha.
Yeah, they did burn the kufi.
Is it CGI? Why did they CGI the kiss?
Yeah, he is in it.
He had the only funny part
Yeah,
of
he
the
had
movie.
the only funny part.
What are you guys talking about? I was
what-
cracking up the whole time. I was watching the movie. I was
No, Eddie
cracking
Murphy
up.
was great in it. Eddie Murphy was great.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was
I
great.
thought it was relatable, honestly. It's just a Jewish rap podcaster with his black lesbian friend.
Oh, he's
right.
he's a podcaster in it.
I do.
And that sucks.
That grinded my gears.
Yeah,
I saw
that
that. I was like, you
sucks.
guys want to be me so bad, dude. You guys want to be
Yo,
us,
he's trying to
dude.
steal your life. He took Matt's
True,
whole life.
honestly, I took the most offense of the whole movie. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's not how it is being a white podcaster with a black lady.
They think
bullshit.
Shane looked like Sam J. I didn't even think about it like that.
Jesus Christ.
They do look alike. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shane's gonna punch you in the belly, dude.
No, he'll like that, dude. That's a compliment.
He's gonna punch you in the belly.
Shane will like that.
You
Is he-
just made
is he
you
on the
honestly
belly
just
punch?
signed a death pact.
How you gonna make you shit on yourself, Drew?
He's gonna kill you. But yeah, I was cracking up. The movie was cracking me up the whole time. I was watching, and all of a sudden I went, wait a second, what the fuck? So I was putting it all together. I'm like, this is evil, dude.
It is evil. I
Well,
hate
now
the
they're saying
propaganda.
the movie was anti-Semitic. Nobody liked it.
Nobody liked
pissed.
it.
Everyone's pissed, but now they're saying it's anti-Semitic. They're saying the movie. I mean, don't ask me why. Someone sent me a clip of Israeli news, which I don't think. If you're not Jewish, don't watch that stuff. It's not for you. But it was like this movie elevated black culture and just destroyed Jewish culture.
It didn't elevate black culture, but it did destroy Jewish culture.
Did
it was more.
towards the end? How did it end? That's what I was wondering.
I mean, they just get married and kiss at the end. It's bullshit.
And both parents were like, "Yeah, we are pretty similar."
The
Yeah.
parents help them get back because they break up, and then the parents help them get back together, and then
But they
get
have to.
married and
What?
shit.
Do they both have to come to agree? Is there an agreement? Like, yeah, you know what? Jewish people and black people actually do have a similar structure. Do they reach that, or is it never reached?
No.
No, they have something like that where like the parents both apologize for like their wrongdoings throughout the
Yeah.
movie. And then it's all like a big fucking powwow. They're like, we're all the
it
same.
resolves nothing though, because like even so, like I feel like the most damning thing that's said in the whole movie is when Sam J is like, black people and white people would never get along because y'all did too much fucked up shit. That's just not. First of all, you can't speak for every fucking body. Like what the fuck, and that's just not true.
It was a script.
Yeah, it was a script, but that's propaganda. That's
it was
propaganda.
Blackish and Jonah Hill. The guy who does Blackish, I forget his name, and Jonah Hill got together and like, this will be a good movie.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
they wrote it down.
Anthony Anderson, that guy.
It's not Anthony Anderson.
No, he's another.
It's the writer of Blackish.
Yeah, I forget his name.
But yeah, it was an interesting movie, man. I only get to watch movies in like 20-minute chunks.
Yeah,
So I have little kids, so I watched 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, and I was again, I was just rolling the whole time. And then I saw all of a sudden I went,
Kenya Barris. That's his name.
yeah. It's crazy. It was a crazy movie. It was very nuts.
Yeah,
The cuts to like sneakers were pissing me off.
Yo,
that was bothering the fuck out of me.
that sucks.
Like cool shoe. It was just like it was nuts.
Yeah,
dude.
like stop trying to. Don't put hip shit in movies, and never put somebody who their profession is a podcaster in the movie. Don't do
Never,
that. That's
ever,
dumb. Like
ever.
just make
Unless
people
they
have
kill
normal-
themselves.
right?
That's the only appropriate.
Or if it's like a conspiracy podcast and the government's chasing them, I watch a
Yeah,
movie
that's
about
cool.
that.
True, that'd be
Wasn't
tight.
that movie that the dude Billy on the Street made? What wasn't that based around like?
What the fuck, dude?
What the fuck, Bobby?
Did they have a podcast in it or something like that?
Get the straw out of your bird. Get the straw out of your bird, dude. Dude, what the fuck?
Don't you ever disrespect our fucking passion, dude.
Fuck, Bobby.
Dude, Rob
No
Cruz.
disrespect.
Rob Cruz is the goat. I think you might be the low key goat, dude. Before you came, we ripped a Freebird. He ripped Freebird on the guitar, and I ripped
You
the
hit
flute.
Freebird on the flute.
I mean, bro, I was just fucking around, but dude, you hit the chords. You gave me the space.
Rob
to
is
fucking,
he can do everything.
Dude.
There's nothing he can't do. Rob
Yeah,
can do
dude,
everything.
It's unbelievable.
Thanks, guys.
It's crazy.
Damn, dude.
Unbelievable. Nice. Lots of adults choose to use nicotine, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Lucy Breakers are the only nicotine pouch with a surprise inside. Lucy Breakers tiny capsules break open and unleash a burst of flavors like mint, mango, berry, and more. I mean, what else can I say about these things? Save yourself a trip to the gas station. Subscribe online so you always got a box ready to go. Get $10 off your first order at lucy.co when you use our promo code DRENCHED at checkout. Shipping is always free. That's lucy.co, promo code DRENCHED to receive $10 off and always free shipping. And here's the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every order is age verified. The product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boosts. Check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 6 and 9 p.m. EST to see what prop bet will be boosted. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DRENCHED. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DRENCHED. Minimum age and eligibility required. See show notes for details. It's easy to give up on resolutions that are too big. Why not start with something small? Charge up your routine with better sound with a new pair of Raycons. Listen to our next episode at the gym with your Raycons and you'll hear what we mean. No matter how you listen, Raycons got you covered. Raycons start at half of the price of other premium audio brands. So get one of each or pair and spare and still pay less than you would with some of the other guys. They offer buy now, pay later options, meaning Raycon. Every purchase has an easy and free return guarantee. Never leave home without them. With 8 hours of playtime, crystal clear call quality, and resistant to water and sweat, you can take these puppies anywhere. Take a call in the sauna or listen to your favorite album at the fair. What the fuck? Ready to buy something small with a big impact? Paul's go to buyraycon.com/drench today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/drench to score 15% off. Buyraycon.com/drenched.
But whenever people are gassing me up. I'm like, this is the perfect time for a permanent snooze, dude. Just end it right here, dude.
You're talking about fulfilling the podcasting prophecy.
Yeah,
And kill yourself.
Dude, we need you.
end
dog.
on top, dude.
And on top.
I don't want to end like The Office.
Yeah, before people start bringing up stuff you said 5 years ago, just fucking,
Yo.
no, dude, it's all been pretty good. My Patreon's never going to get higher. I just fucking kill myself.
Remember when he had a cool podcast and played Freebird? That's all I want people to
That's it.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn.
You don't want to be Jordan playing baseball, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't have to do all that. What's Jordan up to now? He's a gambler, right?
Yeah, he's a gambler.
So I hear.
He's beasting, dude.
Yeah, always. Constantly beasting. Imagine how much pussy he still gets.
It's got to be crazy.
It's got to be nuts.
Do you think he even bothers? Like,
Yeah, maybe not. I think you can
Yeah, he
get so
probably
much pussy that you're just like,
Dude, he got so much pussy that his son is now getting fucking the pussy that fell off the tree.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I think it's
Really?
probably
true.
He's fucking
Yeah.
fucking
Russell
Scottie
Pippen.
Pippen wife.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan and Scottie Pippen hate each other, and now he's like, yo, son, go fuck that guy's wife. And he's doing it.
Damn.
That's the
It
shit.
sounds like a sequel. To,
That's the
what's
best way
it,
to get
that Eddie
back at your
Murphy?
enemies. The best way to get back at your enemies is to have a son, raise him to be a nice, strong, bright young boy, and then send him right towards your enemy's wife.
Like, imagine that flex being like, your enemies being like, bro, I don't even have to fuck your wife. My son is going to
fucking
fuck
your
your wife.
Son's fucking
Oh my
Damn.
god.
I passed. Oh man, that sucks.
I might have just
Didn't
put-
a
I
lot
might
of
have
people
changed your
fuck
life.
Scottie Pippen's wife?
Yeah. Future.
That's where that Future song came from.
Flip-flops,
Yeah,
whatever.
Flip Flops. Where that song came from.
I'll fuck
What's Scottie Pippen's wife look like?
She's good, dude.
She's nice.
She's good, John.
How old is she?
I mean,
49.
she got surgery face though.
Yeah,
I think she's
that's
48.
kind of what if I was Michael Jordan, I'd probably have to fuck nothing but like surgery face ladies.
Yeah.
It's got to be the final frontier to be like, let me just fucking do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She is beautiful.
I can't get into it, but I feel like that's like upper level pussy stuff of like just
Oh, for
a
sure.
lady who's been.
Look at those, dude. Tremendous cans on her.
Can I get a peek? No,
Let me see them. Large. Are they?
She
They're,
doesn't. She's
they're
nice.
That's
divorced.
good.
She's not. Yeah, they're divorced.
Why, they have his wives later. Who's his first one? No one's talking about Karen McCollum. That's his first wife, 1988 to 1990.
Oh, she was probably a dog. What did she look like? She was a dog. Oh, God. The fuck? I thought you showed me a picture of my mom. I'm like, how the fuck you get a picture of my mom? Nigga, what the fuck? The
You
fuck
know what?
you got going on, Matt? Damn,
That's kind of my type.
Really?
Yeah.
Karen McCollum's your type?
You're,
Yeah,
you're
man.
into fourth grade English teachers.
Yo, yeah, I am.
Yo.
I can get into that, dude.
Back in the day, dude, I loved
Black
like
nerd?
an old
Dude, don't get
fat
me-
tit.
Oh, we gotta get Rob with Mrs.
Yo,
Johnson.
Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm into like I fell into nerd pussy a long time ago. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
It is nice.
Nerd pussy's like no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Pippen
I-
obviously had it, but yeah, he switched up into. She looks like fucking Ariana Grande.
I've entered
she
a
does.
BBW renaissance.
She does.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. She's got
Yeah. Like, you see that without makeup in the morning, you like, bitch, take this mask off. It's not Halloween. What are we doing? What is this? 3 ninjas? Get out of my bed.
3 ninjas.
Yeah.
Come on, Tum Tum. Get out of here, Tum Tum.
Yeah, this
Rocky loves.
you know
And
what? Did you ever see like in Little Mermaid when like Ursula has those like little trapped souls in a jar?
Yeah.
That's probably what they look like
Yep.
without makeup. It's like 4 lips. And like,
Trap soul. dude.
Like, damn.
God damn, dude. Yeah, that sucks for Pippen, man.
Yeah,
Ryan,
that
would you
sucks.
ever,
I mean,
would
it's
you
his
ever get
ex-wife,
surgery
though.
face?
Would I hit a surgery face?
Yeah.
I've hit surgery faces
No, I'm
before.
saying, would you get one?
Oh, would I get surgery on my face?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. What?
Like Botox and
Bro,
shit?
you know what? Depending on how legendary we get, I'm thinking about going full Michael Jackson.
I think we all go
I think
Botox.
about going
Take your
full-
nose off?
Yep, take my nose off. I'm going to go white and y'all two go black.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'll
we
do
going
it.
to be the most famous motherfuckers ever if we do that.
If you guys transracial,
Yes, we go
I'm
transracial.
gonna look like Johnny Mathis next month, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Just singing Christmas carols. Fucking.
what's the procedure to go black? Like, they say it's problematic. They say you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah. You can get melanin injections.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There was a this white lady, I don't know if she was German
We have
or
a family. I have a family reunion
something.
coming up for my wife's family. I'm like,
Right,
I
I'm
might
a
get a
lot-
couple, just a couple.
You just get a couple.
Yes, just
just
something
be,
to touch
just
up.
be light skinned.
Just touch it. Yeah, just touch it up a little, and it's like, nah, I'm
Turn it to a DeBarge. You know what I'm saying? Just be a DeBarge. Walk in there and be like, hey, call me Chico. You know what I'm saying?
You look like Derek Jeter, bro. It's crazy.
like Derek Jeter.
I might spend all my money on that.
Yeah.
Just slowly but surely. I'm like, dude, I don't know what it is. Remember when beginning of COVID, they were saying like Chinese people were turning black when they got the or they were getting COVID. They're like, it's turning Chinese people, like it was turning them to having like really dark skin.
Who was saying this?
Yeah, it was turning black people gay.
COVID was turning black people gay?
No, the vaccine. Mm-hmm.
Was it really? Then his balls get huge? I thought he said his balls got huge. Nicki Minaj got in a lot of trouble for that, for saying her.
Well, the first strain of COVID black people couldn't get, right?
Yeah, the first one we couldn't catch.
Really?
We was untouchable that first one.
And the next one.
That's what they said.
Yeah. I think I was the first black person to have it.
Probably from podcasting with these two fucking.
Yeah, yo, damn, y'all fucked me up.
Damn. We did all get
Enjoy
it like
our
December
spoils.
2020.
Yeah, we all got that shit.
Did you really?
Yeah, early.
We were the reason Great Room got shut down.
Yeah.
It was because of us.
I remember you were saying in the heat of it, you're like, I could smell it.
I
You were
can
saying
still
you could
smell it.
smell COVID.
Yeah, after I caught it, I could smell it.
Well, you're saying when it's coming near you, or just it gave you like a fucked
No,
up
like if
smell?
somebody else has it.
I mean, I could, dude.
He's like a bomb dog, dude.
Yeah, like there were multiple open mics where we was in there and I was like, bruh, it's COVID over there. We gonna stay on this side.
Yeah,
and then afterwards we would get like an email or like a DM like, yo, the bartender had COVID. And I'd be like, I told you I smelled it over there where this bitch was
Oh
at.
my god.
What's it smell like?
Kind of like copper mixed with like chlorine.
Oh, I can see that. I had a fucked up taste in my mouth after COVID for like 2 months.
That's the smell. It smells like the taste
It's
to me.
disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I would like go like
Disgusting.
I would push the back. I go like this, pause, push it back in my throat, and like fluid would like come out of like my. It wasn't like boogers; it was fluid.
Yeah.
You know what I was calling it? Cyrax fluid. You ever play Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
You punch
Yeah, yeah.
Cyrax,
Oh, yeah.
that shit comes out of them.
Yeah.
It was like a machine. It was fucked up, dude.
Yeah. Very metallic machine type of smell and taste.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, there's no, that I think now you can say openly like that was made in a lab.
It definitely was made in the lab. Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they make next.
Yeah.
The next one's gonna be when they do like Whooping Cough 2.0. It's gonna be nice, dude.
Yeah, I don't even think they should be focusing on diseases and just like go full into robots and shit.
I don't know, dude. There was that whole Project Veritas stuff where the guy allegedly from Pfizer was saying like, yeah, we've been
I saw that
creating
video.
new strains too. Like, all
Yeah,
the time.
I saw that.
That stinks, dude.
There's for them, they're saying like if we can like make a bunch of new ones and just like go through systematically and try to map out every single evolution this virus can take.
Yeah.
Which first of all, they're leaving out. I'm sure environment shapes the evolution of the virus.
100%.
So like lab versus real world. You know what? Don't get me started, dude, on biogenetics. But
You see what's happening in China now? There's some type of fungus attacking everybody's lungs.
Really?
Yeah,
That's the last
People
of
don't
us.
consider fungus. They don't
True.
consider fungi, bro.
That's
They always
literally
think
the
about-
last of
That's
us.
literally the last of us, bro.
Really?
Spores and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's attacking people's lungs in China,
Dude.
It's always China.
I don't know. I feel like the COVID for me made me go like, well, if I'm gonna die, maybe I'll die, maybe I won't. I just
Yeah.
don't think about it. I'm like, yeah, if I die, I'm gonna die. But I'm not gonna like
Yeah, fuck it.
sit in my house for 4 years.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You can't be scared. To
Especially,
fucking,
dude, when 80-year-olds are like, well, make sure kids. It's like, bro, you're 80, dude. Go out like a fucking warrior.
Yeah, you lived already.
Yeah, don't be holding everyone's life. I don't know. That's how I feel
I
about
think senior citizens should joust.
it. Sure, dude, we
Yeah.
should be fighting them. But my thing is like, dude, if you're 80 and you're still afraid of death, it's like, dude, you failed in your life.
100%.
If you're 80 years old and you're like, nah, I don't want to see grandkids or my kids because it's like, bro, fucking
Yeah.
Get your ass on the horse with the pole, yo.
yeah, dude. It's like, bro, go out like a warrior.
Yeah.
That
Where,
shit
where
will
are you
kill
sitting with death? Or are you afraid of it still? Or
The only reason right now is because I
got
want
the
I want my
babies.
kids to get old. Exactly.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
my kids are like they can drive, I would say in their 20s. So as long as I can download enough of my information in them, I'll be way more at peace. But that's the only reason I worry about it.
nice. Are you nervous about the after? Or are you cool with it's just blank?
No,
Might not
I'll be
blank,
back
dude.
into the mother substance, bro. This is just
Yeah?
This is just one
See,
reality.
he knows.
I'll be back into the
He
mother.
knows he comes from the pool of consciousness.
This is all
He
borrowed,
knows,
dude.
bro.
This is all borrowed.
That's right.
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Yeah, dude, this is all borrowed materials. You got them. The cow ate them. It died. You ate the cow. You ate this.
Hell
and
yeah.
You borrowed all the
Right back to
molecules.
the essence, bro.
They go right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm reading a book right now where they talk about how the way they explain a conscious universe, because it doesn't make any sense. How does consciousness arise in an unconscious universe? Doesn't make sense. You have like emergence theory where they're like, oh, it like slowly comes on. Like, well, exactly where does like no one can draw a distinction between what's exactly conscious and where does it start and stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
an animal, like a dog, okay, it's kind of conscious. What about this? Some people say that every single molecule is consciousness to like the most infinitesimal degree.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But what they're trying to figure out is how do they compound? Do they compound into like a human But yeah, I don't know.
Right.
What if you become fossilized though?
I mean, that's just your body and shit, though.
Yeah, but then it doesn't go anywhere, dude. You're just stuck between two rocks. Where does the soul
But where does
go?
the consciousness go?
That's what I'm saying. It stays in
Well, that's
you
when
until
your brain could just be more of like a Wi-Fi receptor. Consciousness is something free flow.
It's
So that
getting
you would
fed
be, you would
into
just,
you.
you would just
once
be
you
offline.
stop paying the bill, it's over.
Yeah, you'd be offline. Yeah, once you stop paying, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
I don't
yeah.
know. I just tell myself this because it makes me feel good. If I'm going to be like, yeah, everything is empty, it's like, just feel terrible. Your body's designed to believe in something other than what you. It literally
100%.
affects your body. If you think you're going to die and like, this is it, no, blah, it's like, it's bad for your health.
Very
And
true.
there's no way of you have no way of proving it.
Very true.
You're signing up for a belief system that's going to just destroy your health and make you a pussy 80-year-old.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get too high before bed and I'm just like, yeah, my heart's pounding
That's the
fast.
worst,
It's
dude.
good. I'm gonna die.
That's the worst,
I'm just
brother.
not gonna wake up tomorrow and like I have come to peace with it because we already have our replacements for the pod, so it's like
Yeah, we have our backup.
it is what it is, dude.
Who's your backup? What do you have? You have understudies for this?
We got understudies.
Yeah, you didn't know? Yeah, we got subs. Yeah, we got substitutes.
If Rob dies, we're getting Alonzo Hamburger Jones to replace him.
Nice.
If I die, Ryan Foster replaces me.
Nice.
And if Naeem dies, Earthquake replaces him.
Nice.
there we go.
Pretty good pod.
We got big dogs.
That's a
coming.
great pod.
That's a good pod.
That's so much of a better pod than what we have now.
good you guys did that. That's good you guys did that.
We have them on paper. They already signed contracts for it.
Hell yeah.
Hamburger knows, dude.
I want to start taking a page out of Dame Dash's book for pod. He's my favorite person to watch interview right now. I was telling you guys before we started.
He's an asshole. He's kind of
Dude,
mean.
he's the best. He brings, did you see the one he did the Breakfast Club and he brings an OG with him.
Yeah.
This is my
He
OG.
does.
It's like, dude,
Just some guy.
yeah, it's his OG, bro.
This
His
is my OG.
His title in it, they pull up a title card, OG Rob.
What?
The dude just sits back there with sunglasses the entire time.
Yo.
I was like, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Bringing the OG.
He's like, I only go somewhere with my OG. And then he calls the Breakfast Club
What?
chatty patties the entire time. He's like, why are you guys talking about other men? That's for girls.
Yeah,
They
gossiping
match
and shit.
He's a dickhead, but he's so fucking funny.
He
He's
is funny.
way too old to be rolling around with an OG.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't be 50 with an OG.
Hey, how
No,
old
you
the
have
OG?
to be, dude.
Is he 80?
He carries
Yes,
around
he's
like a
dude,
rabbit's
he's
foot.
someone else's OG. Dude, it's the sickest move. And he's like, I don't know, tell him, right? He's like, yeah, that's true. And it's all he says. It's the best.
Yo, what?
It's the best.
Fuck?
He's like, yo, how many parties did I throw last week? He's like, I don't know, like 2 or 3. And then he'll come out and he chimes in a couple every now and again. Dude, it's the coolest shit to have someone sitting there. Yeah, he is probably like 50 in the thing.
He
It was
asked
like
his
7 years
OG
ago.
He asked his OG, yo, how many parties I throw last week?
2. He's like, it might be 3. He's like, yeah, it was probably like 2, 3.
That's
He's
so
like,
crazy.
It's,
Dog, OGs ruin fun, bruh. I used to roll around to all these open mics with OGs, and
Did you?
they ruin fun.
really?
Yeah, you can't do white people things when you're OG there, bruh. You gotta fucking they calm you
Were
down.
they comics?
True.
Quick.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
true,
Remember I used to come in the
true.
great room with like motherfuckers with face tats and shit.
Yeah, that was never good.
It never was good. It just ruined the fun.
Naeem used to bring shooters to open mics. dude.
Yeah, bruh.
That's actually a fair point.
It ruins all the fun.
No,
That's a fair point.
Tyrone was kind of an OG. though.
Tyrone
He
was
fun.
OG and he was fun.
Tyrone used to throw ice at the audience.
Yeah, he'd get on the stage and throw
He would sign up at every open mic and just grab ice out of his cup and start
or
chucking it on me.
yeah, he would.
So wait, why would they take you aside and be like, would they be like, let me talk
Yeah,
to you
like,
real
yo,
quick?
like, come on, what you doing, bro?
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What do they want you to do besides that?
Just be cool, yo. They want me to go on stage, do my shit, and then just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like just stand up against the wall and chill, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, you got to keep your composure. But being composed sucks. Who wants to be composed?
Yeah. Yeah. You were out of pocket.
yeah, right. Yep, I was out of pocket. See? Hell yeah.
Do you think an OG would fuck with the cruise? Do you think I could get an OG?
I think at first, but you know what you do, bro?
You got to get an OG, Cruz. You're out here
You
by
need an
yourself.
OG.
You're
need
asking me
one.
all these questions. An OG would break this down to you right away. Like, bro, here's what happens when we die. Here's when you shouldn't eat pussy. It'd be you answer every
They
single
do
question.
know all the rules to life.
I'm on
it's
the
the
prowl
best.
for an OG.
You
Hell
gotta
yeah.
find one, bro. You have to find one. You gotta get some work.
Yeah.
Pick up some work. Get like a quarter pound from it. You'll get an OG. That's how you get one.
Get some work.
You have to get some work.
Yeah, bro. You gotta get out here. You gotta start trapping, bro. You gotta get out here.
I mean, how else would you get? You'd have to. I don't know. Maybe there's another route, but
Yeah, I don't know.
You could probably.
I brought a couple OGs. Remember I brought cousin Pete around the Raven?
Yeah.
And he was fucking hooking everybody up with his hookers, with his whores.
Yeah, Naeem did
That's
bring
cool.
a pimp to Raven.
I definitely brought my pimp cousin around.
He was just trying to sell pussy at Raven.
Dude, it's a good place for it.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
He made some sales.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome, bro.
You have to bleep it out.
Yeah, bro. He made a killing that night. And he also kind of forced it a lot of times. Because he
Pimps have been known to kind of be strong-handed.
Yeah.
In a certain manner.
Bro, he wanted to Ben. He said, yo, you want to get your dick sucked? So Ben said, hell yeah, I want to get my dick sucked. So then he was like, all right. He's like, I got somebody for you. So then the lady came. So he's like, oh, all right. So then
He had her pull up though. The lady wasn't
she
there.
came, yeah, she pulled up. She came there. So then he's like, all right. He like, all right. So how much money
like,
you got?
she here now?
Yeah, he like, how much money you got? So Ben like, what? I didn't know you didn't say anything about money. I just got him.
You're done after that.
You're
Yeah.
done.
You can't sit there with a pimp and be like, well, I didn't know money was involved. It's going to be just nothing but cool sayings. Like, nothing's free. Yeah. Shit's free.
Stupid
Like,
is what stupid does.
I don't think shit's free. I'm just saying you have to just pay. We called a hooker to go to when I played rugby, we were down in Washington, D.C., and we thought it'd be funny to call a hooker to our coach's room, and the pimp showed up and was furious. What? He opened the door and was like, no, what the fuck? And that guy was like, he came out and was just like, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. And our coach it was a fucked up thing for us to do. We're in high school.
That's insane.
Yo, that is insane, bro. What? Yo, you could have got him murdered. You're crazy as shit.
He was so mad, dude. Because we all sat in our rooms and watched. We're like, oh my God, here she comes. Oh my God,
Yeah. Like
We
it was
watch
a
him,
pizza delivery.
wake up, shut the door, and I saw the pimp pissed. And he was just like,
Yo, you could have
That's
got
so
your
funny.
coach murdered.
no, maybe he paid. Maybe she sucked his dick, actually. Maybe he paid and was like, fuck it.
Maybe.
Fuck it. I'm
What sport
watching
was it?
these-
Rugby?
yeah. I'm watching all these little fucking kids. This guy could use getting my dick sucked.
Damn.
That's such a crazy life, dude. Pimping is so crazy.
It's the worst way to make a living.
It's terrible. But
Yeah,
they
it
do
ain't
make
easy.
it look. I mean, it's a terrible thing to do. It's a horrible crime.
Horrible thing.
But they figure out a way to make it look so
It looks
cool.
the coolest.
It looks
really
so
does.
cool. It is. It's terrible. It's literally almost one of the worst things.
But I don't think it's like what you picture in fucking Friday. Like they're not all wearing purple coats and fur hats.
no.
Yeah, and that's what fucked everybody up at Raven Lounge because they was like, yo, how are you supposed to know your cousin is a pimp? He don't dress like a pimp. I'm like, nobody dresses. It's 2023, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody dresses like a pimp. What are you saying?
It's Cat Williams.
Yeah,
No one
like
else
what
does
the
that.
fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to sell weed to this guy, and he was like a family man, had his own business, had his whole thing going, but he liked coke. So every now and again, we would go weigh it out, and I'd see the white powder on the scale, and I'd go, brother, what the fuck you doing? And he'd be like, and I was way younger than him. Technically, he could. Did you ever have your OG slide out of line on you?
Yeah.
So you have to
Definitely.
check them every now and then. Because I was
True.
like, bro, what are you doing? He had to be like, dude, fuck off, blah, blah, blah. And then he'd be like, yo, I've been hanging out with this pimp. And I was like, dude,
Oh, you're going
you're
down
doing
the
too
wrong
much
path.
blow. Yeah.
Too much.
Chilling with
too
a
much.
pimp is tough stuff, dude.
Yeah.
When you I should say this, when you party your way to the pimp, you need to turn around and run back, dude. Because you're about to enter another level of the party.
You about to run into fentanyl. Don't you start getting around pimps, you about to be on fentanyl level. Don't do that.
Yeah, I remember him be like, dude, it's all good. He's like, I just need to this dude held it down. I can respect this on some level where he was like, I tell my wife I need 2 weeks to myself. He's like, I just need to collect myself. And he goes, and I fully bug out. He's like, everything. I party as hard as a human can party for 2 weeks.
I like that.
Then
That's
I come
nice.
back, but it got away from him, obviously.
Damn.
It's a good move.
That's crazy.
It's cool in theory, but it's like, dude, you have to do the exact opposite. You have
Yeah,
to
it's not sustainable.
do that at all.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, I'm going to do this for 2 weeks and be chill.
Yeah, I
It's
guess in like short periods.
Why 2 whole weeks? Why not like one night?
like,
What do you mean 2 weeks?
This dude partied, dude.
2 weeks is nuts.
This dude partied.
That's crazy.
He said he went to jail a long
That's
time ago
Rumspringer.
for something. When he was like younger, he went to jail for selling coke, and he said his brother would just show up to the jail and fill up tennis balls and throw them over the wall. And he's like,
Oh,
"Dude, I made
shit.
more money selling coke in jail than anywhere."
Oh yeah, everything costs way more money. in
Yeah, you
prison.
wait out in the yard, and the tennis ball would hit, and you just go
Damn.
walk over to it and grab it.
What the fuck, yo?
It was like some shitty like local. He was in like I think he was in county jail too.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense at the county.
And he was just I've heard I heard the county jails are worse than
Oh,
anywhere
what?
else.
Bruh, I was locked up CFCF for 18 months. That shit was the worst.
Really?
Well, I was there, and then I was at Pick and then House of Corrections. Then I went back to CFCA.
How long? Or how
18
long ago
months.
was this?
I was 19. This is my sophomore
You
year.
were there for 18 months?
Sophomore year of college.
You
Yeah.
can't do. I thought you can't do it more than 2 years there.
You
3
can't.
years.
3 years is county life.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
That blows.
36 months is county life.
Yeah, I've heard it's the worst. I've heard county jails. I was talking to my friend. He had to go upstate, and I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." He's like, "Dude, it's so much better."
Yeah, because they get TVs and shit
Yeah,
in
he said
their
it was
cell. They can smoke in the cell. They can do all.
Yeah.
They can do.
They got
get a bunch
football
of freedom.
teams.
Dude.
They got a football team.
Yo, some prisons are starting to get football teams though.
Are they really?
Yeah, I seen the videos on TikTok. Yeah, some prisons are starting to have football teams.
Dude, if Tracy Morgan was my cheerleaders, I'd be hype. That's a good jail cheerleader.
Gardini, should we go into the Patreon? Where are we at here? Perfect.
Beautiful.
Beauty. Yeah, dude. That's unbelievable. Yeah, I've thank God. There's part of me that's like kind of curious what it would be like in jail, but I'm happy I've never gone.
No, there's no reason to be curious. What?
Yeah, but like,
just go lock yourself in the bathroom and then tell somebody don't let you out. Like, no matter what I do, don't let me out of here. Just make me stay here.
yeah, I totally agree. I'm glad I've never gone, but there was part of me for a while like I'd be curious to see what it's got. There's got to be something you get out.
You
of
could
it.
do it 60 days in.
I mean, it's
True.
funny. I have to put
true.
it to you like this: you meet a lot of funny ass people.
That's what my friend was telling me.
Yeah, it's just because you. It does eventually turn into just hanging with the boys, bro.
Chilling.
As long as you're not a pussy, as long as
True.
you're not,
Yeah.
and as long as you like know people that's in there already, then it's kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, we just
Right.
chilling. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what he said. He said he actually kind of liked it. He was like, it sucked, but then there was parts of it. He's like, they were really fun.
Yeah, you're not thinking about bills. You're not thinking about your girl. You're not thinking about anything. You
Yeah.
just hanging with the boys, lifting weights, playing ball, eating, chilling.
Yeah.
That part's cool.
Yeah, jacking off. Just know.
Yeah.
Can you jerk off easily in jail?
Yeah, it's super easy in jail. I mean, all you do is you
Just
just
nothing but the bro code.
yeah. And what you do is this. So when
Everyone gets it.
when you get there, you got to get the top bunk because bottom bunk is always jack off bunk because that's where you hang your sheet from, so can't nobody see you.
Oh.
So if you get locked up and don't take that bottom bunk.
I thought bottom bunk was alpha bunk.
Fuck no.
Really?
Hell no.
Damn.
You don't want bottom bunk. That's the
I thought
easiest.
top bunk was bitch.
No, that's also easy bunk to fuck somebody up on too.
Oh yeah.
I can just
you want the
come
high
and kick
ground.
you in the fucking face. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I can come in and kick you in your fucking face.
What if you fall out of the top bunk?
Oh, your life is done. You're like, bro, listen, when I was
Can you
there,
ask for the bumpers? Do they have bumpers?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I need the bumpers, dude.
yo,
I'm a wild sleeper, dude. I'd fall off.
yeah,
I'd rather sleep in the jack off bunk, dude, and be safe, low to the ground.
Yeah, the jack off bunk sounds like it rules.
no, because then I'm a jack off on your bed. What do you mean? I have to use your bed to jack off because I got to hang the
You
sheet
can't jerk
from it.
off in the crow's nest up the top?
No, what? When everybody just seeing me beat my dick? No.
I would just turn over.
What do you
Just turn
mean?
to the, like jack off, turn to
Yeah,
the
just
side.
see me
It's
facing the
even
wall.
worse though. Then you're vulnerable.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now you can't
I'm
watch it
already
back.
here. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah, true.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
Take it.
When in Rome, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking a shit in front of people.
Oh, you gotta
Isn't
do
it
that.
just like the toilet right there?
What's that
The
like?
toilet is right there.
Yeah.
Well, put it like this: if it's to the point where you and your celly cool,
Yeah.
you're not gonna just shit while he there.
Yeah,
but if it's
true.
on some like y'all just put me in this cell, I don't know this guy, I'm shitting right in front of you, bro. You got to smell this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude.
You got to smell this.
There's got to be a
Smell
better
this
way
sounds
to
like
like
an
help
Aerosmith
people
song.
get better lives. Than doing that, dude.
I mean, unless he's just cool, unless you walk in and he's just super cool with you from the beginning, like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
what's up? I'm such and such.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, we going by civilized outside rules. We'll be nice to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, my so I knew two people who were in Delaware County jail during COVID, and apparently that was like the worst because it was like all the cases got halted, everyone
Yeah,
sat there
yep.
forever. There was like heat would break and it would
Yeah.
just be freezing. There was short staff, so the older guy I knew who was in there was saying you would sit there and hit the call button for like a CR guard to come, and you'd be like, because if you had, they wanted to see like, dude, we're older dudes, and like if we had a heart attack in here. We want to know like
Yeah,
people
how
would
long
come
would it
help us
take?
because like,
Yeah.
people were sick, dudes were getting COVID. The heat broke. He said it was like 55 degrees in there.
Damn.
So they'd hit the button to see if it's like they shortened, I guess, the work staff. So he's like, dude, we'd hit it all night. No one would come. You were just on your own all night. So like if dude had like a stroke or heart attack, because they were all paranoid about COVID, like you just were gonna die. You were truly
For
on your own.
sure. I mean,
That's
and
crazy.
even before COVID, like, cause when I was locked up, this was what 2009, no, 2007, 8, some shit like that. It was some
Just about
guy
to
in
graduate.
there.
When I was graduating college.
Yeah, see. So look, I was actually in college, came home from spring break. My girlfriend at the time got in a fight. The cops tried to lock her up. I started fighting the cops.
Oh,
They locked me up.
Honorable.
Six cops charged me. They each charged me 2 counts of felony on the officer. So my bail was like $100 grand, 10 grand with the 10%.
God.
Yeah. So my mom was like, look, she said, we can either bail you out, but then you're going to have to fight it with a public defender.
Yeah.
She was like, or you can sit and we'll get you a lawyer. So I didn't think it would take 18 months. So I'm like, I'll just sit and fucking,
God, that sucks.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
You did the right thing though.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't have a record there. I'd have had a record if I wouldn't have done that shit.
Oh yeah. I'm saying just by fighting those
Fighting-
cops.
Oh, fighting the
Dave
cops?
Connor. Looking back on it, would you have just been like, well, you did do a crime?
I mean, well, she is my ex-wife now, so maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should let that shit go. It's like, no, I wouldn't have changed
Obviously,
shit.
yeah, you don't want to
I
change it,
wouldn't have changed
obviously,
it.
yeah,
I'd have done
exactly.
everything the same exact way.
That was an honorable thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, but what I was saying was when I was there overnight, so like they'll segregate you by like religion and like how bad your crime was.
Oh,
So because of what I did, they had me with like 5-star people that was in there for like homicides and shit like that.
Yeah.
So this one guy,
Could you imagine being a petty Muslim?
a petty Muslim. No, we had one of them, bro. We had
Your
one.
religion and how bad your crime is, right?
A petty Muslim. Yes. Yo, one of them got snuck into our block, bro. Is this African guy? He was Muslim and he got locked up for child support, but they must have fucked up his paperwork, and he was on our block. So his cellie was locked up for like 2 attempts and like a homicide. And he fucking, in the middle of the night, he tied the guy's arms to the fucking bed and then tied his legs.
He tied the African dude up?
Yep. He tied his arms to the top of the bed and then tied his legs to
What
the
did he
bottom.
say? He was like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
No, he said,
You already
please.
kept it now.
He said, please stop fucking me in my ass. He fucking raped the fuck out of him, bro.
No.
Who gets raped in county prison? He raped the fuck out of this guy.
No, dude.
The guy was locked up for child support and got his ass fucked.
Oh, why did the guy just fucked him because, or was he like, dude?
Oh,
fuck
he was
you,
no. The
pay
guy was
attention?
like he was just
fucked
a
up?
crazy ass guy. Because the African guy said that they had prayed together earlier that day. He was like, "Yo, we made salat together." Like I didn't.
Oh.
Then he fucked him. But you know the good thing?
Wait, he kissed and told?
He did.
He was like, that guy fucked me. Could you believe it?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Did he really? Like, he was just talking about it?
No,
or-
he freaked out. Like he was like
Oh, yeah.
he was screaming, like shit was crazy. And then
Oh my God.
when the COs came to like help him, the guy put like a fashion knife to him and was like, I'm gonna fucking kill him if you open the
my
door.
God.
So then they said that he fucked him some more while the COs watched.
Whoa.
Crazy, bro. Then
Oh my God.
Yo, crazy, bro.
Were you hearing this, or this was just in your general vicinity?
No, I put it like this. That night I heard like screams and shit.
Oh, sorry. Are we screaming?
I'm trying to sleep.
You're
Trying to sleep over
Shut
here.
the fuck up. But so like I heard the screams and shit, but you would hear shit like that every night because some people just cry.
Yeah,
like some people would
yeah.
just be like,
Oh,
I miss my kids.
It's gotta
or,
break you, man. That would suck.
That shit's horrible. But the guy, they ended up letting him out because they ruined him. And then he sued him and he got like $1.8 million. So he made some money.
Yeah.
He made some money.
Worth it.
Yeah, worth it. To some
Worth it
people,
for
maybe.
Damn. I wonder what he did. Do you think he went back to Africa or just stayed here?
Oh, I hope he went back
could've
to Africa.
He could have. That would have been awesome, dude. 1.8 mil.
Oh, yeah, you're rich forever. Go back to Africa with that.
He might have bought the whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle, dude.
I don't know though.
want this whole motherfucker.
That's also perilous though to be in Africa. Like, how'd you get all this money? And be like, I won the lottery. You could say I won the lottery. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's
I used to
hard.
work with dudes from Liberia, and so they would watch gay guys get like thrown in tires and lit on fire and like,
Oh,
burned
my
down,
God.
rolled down the hill.
Yeah, Liberians are crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. But yeah, that's damn, dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's horrible for that guy.
1.8 mil.
Yeah, 1.8.
So the guy tied him up and then just fucked him.
Yeah.
Yo, you can't do that.
Well, especially, dude, fucking him in front of the guards is the worst.
Yeah.
Having
Yeah.
like, yo, help, seriously. The guy's still, you're like, It's like when you're on the phone. Yo, help.
Yeah.
That's gluttony.
That's
Yeah, it
absolutely
is.
funny.
Because he probably already had he already had fucked him once. You gotta fuck
Yeah.
him again
Fuck
in
me
front
once.
of the guards.
Shame on
Fuck
you.
me twice.
Yeah.
True, dude. Fucking It's an old proverb.
Damn.
Poor guy. Well, hopefully he's enjoying his wealth.
Yeah. I bet you pays his child support now on time. Every fucking time. Bet you
Sure, what
pays-
if half of that went to his kid's mom?
Oh, that would suck. Oh, that'd be horrible.
His payment went up to like 30 grand a month.
Oh, that's probably exactly what happened.
Oh man.
No.
Yo.
Dude, this guy's continually getting fucked. This is crazy.
Will this never end?
Damn, bro.
Damn, if I were him, I would be like, yo, what gives? That would be what I say
Seriously.
exactly.
Yo, what gives?
Seriously.
That's what you would say?
That would be my first question.
Yo.
Dudes, let's go to the Patreon. I have to say, guys, plug all your stuff. Plug your stuff up.
Oh, dude, fucking thanks for having us.
Yeah, man.
Durag and the Deer Tag podcast, and check out our Patreon.
Please,
Patreon.com/Durag and the
Support
Deer
these
Tag.
boys.
Hell
Obviously.
yeah. Support the guys.
Obviously the best. Also, I'll be in California all week. Please go to those shows. Irvine Improv, San Jose Improv, Ontario, California, and also Phoenix is the big one. Phoenix Copper Blues Live. It's all on my website. There'll be a link in this thing, so please do that. Please, for the love of God.
Oh, and I'll be at the stand on
Yes.
the 9th.
Yours.
With Lemaire, a couple other funny people. Oh, but you know what? It's sold out. Can't come.
Well, thank you guys, and we'll be going to the Patreon now to have even more fun. So,
Yes.
goodbye.